Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to 40k 8th edition and welcome to the world known as the Emperor's Garden. A shrine world which most of it is, as you can see, untapped wilderness and nature and forests and things like that, with a few shrines and temples spread across it by ancient mandate. The Departmentum Ministorum, the Administrator and whatever, they are not allowed to profane this place with factories and hives and things like that. And so we find ourselves here because my word bearers have come to obviously desecrate the place, because that's what we do. Come and profane these shrines, destroy them, summon some demons, do all that good stuff, because the Chaos Gods do like a bit of irony. So they like to see the Emperor's finest works turned into their finest works from time to time. That's good stuff. So that's why we're here. It's not particularly well defended either, so that's another reason why we're here. But of course, the Sisters of Battle, the Adepta Sororitas, the Chamber Militant of the Order Hereticus. That's a mouthful. At least I think they're still the Chamber Militant of the Order Hereticus. But anyway, they're here to put a stop to this blasphemy. And so, folks, battle joins here, around this ancient shrine here. The Shrine of St. Claudius, Hammer of the Emperor. And it's going to be probably a bloodbath. Today, it's going to be a very simple match play game of cleanse and capture. I've done a lot of really funky narrative scenarios recently, so I decided I just really wanted to play a bit of standard ye old basic rulebook cleanse and capture with the Maelstrom cards, tactical objectives, all that good stuff. Should hopefully make for a nice balanced game which comes down to the wire. That's the dream anyway, that's the kind of games you want to play. And that's the plan, so yeah, we need to put down the objectives still. We'll get to that later in the mission overview stuff, but it's going to be cleanse and capture today, and joining me for this is the wonderful Redtooth, aka Dan.
Hello!
You've brought, not your Sisters of Battle technically.
No, they're not technically mine, and I do not own them.
No.
But they are a Sisters of Battle army.
A Sisters of Battle army, you brought them along today to fight the word bearers.
That lives in my house.
Yes, I thank everyone involved in making this happen today, because I've never played Sisters of Battle in 8th edition at all. I've watched someone else play a game of Sisters of Battle on an adjacent table one day when I was playing somewhere, and that's as close as I've gotten to it. So, but I think they're a very, very cool faction, but we'll talk more about that later.
That's closer than many people have gotten in the past.
They're
15 years.
Yes, they are a rare army these days. I'm sure that will change as soon as their plastic re-release happens somewhere this year, maybe next year. I think everybody will probably have Sisters of Battle at that point, myself probably included, to be honest. So, yeah, but for now, they are a rare and wonderful thing. And speaking of which, let's go look at the armies. Okay, folks, here they are, the bearers of the word, with some new additions you've not seen before. Actually, quite a few new additions you've not seen before, now that I think about it. I got them painted up specifically for the little campaign with winners, and you ain't seen them on this channel before, so that's nice. But anyway, here it is. It's a double battalion. I got all of the command points, which means 13 in total. And we've got 2 units of cultists, basically. We've got the remainder of troops made up from small units of Chaos Marines, because I was very impressed with Dan last time. We had small units with heavy weapons in them, so that's kind of what I've done this time. Possessed, as per usual, they're here. Greater Possessed to go with them. And a Land Raider for them all to pack into and charge out of later, which is good stuff. Bog basic Chaos Land Raider, you know, 2 twin las cannons, twin heavy bolter. No combi weapon sort of pintle mounted thing, I'm afraid. Just you know, doing its thing. It's got the evil equivalent of Power of the Machine Spirit, so it can move and shoot without penalty, which is good stuff. Additionally, in terms of big machine things, we've got Stompy, who is basically at this point becoming the Legion mascot. I love him, he's so good. And Deafy, who's a slightly newer addition, who I've only used once in a battle report with Winters. Go check that out if you haven't seen it, over on the deployment zone. And he's back again now. He's basically the close combat defiler variant, essentially. He's got the Scourge, this big whippy thing. He's got his big claws. He's got a Reaper autocannon thing, which is really rubbish, actually. It's the only autocannon I'm aware of in the game that does 1 damage instead of 2. which is a bit crap. And he's got a battle cannon as well. And a little birdie told me, a little birdie who might be here playing with me today, as a matter of fact, told me the best way to run a defiler essentially is to just treat the autocannon and the battle cannon as if it's like an added bonus, and just focus on trying to get it to crush things in close combat. And so that's probably my plan today. Everything else, what else can I say? Wordbearer's tactics as per usual, and Warlord is going to be Korvarik over here, the Dark Apostle with his new model. You know, it actually does occur to me, and also the camera might have been out of focus this entire time. That's embarrassing. Whoops. It does occur to me this is the first time you've seen his new model on the channel. This guy previously has been on the channel. He was in the Fire and Faith Bat Rep. He's been in plenty with winners as well. But when all the new Chaos kits came out, I was like, alright, I want to give him a new model. So here it is, in all its glory. With 2 Dark Disciples, these little mini Brothers Grimm here, who I think are very amusing. Got them from the Great and Clean One kit, I think it was. We've also got Tal Ezra, first captain of the Dark Maw. That's my Wordbearer's chapter, by the way, if you're new here. Lachesis the Sorcerer. He's chilling around here. He has got Prescience and Warp Time, I think, probably. Yeah, Prescience and Warp Time for his powers. And lurking at the back there is a Master of Possession who doesn't have a name, and he's got Cursed Earth and Infernal Power as his powers as well. And there you go, yeah. Korvarik's a Warlord. He's got the Cursed Crozius, not to be confused with the Accursed Crozius that chaplains, well, they are technically chaplains, Dark Apostles now get. It's the Cursed Crozius, not the Accursed Crozius. The Cursed Crozius from the Relic section, basically it's just a really nice mace. Re-rolls wounds against Imperium units, I think. And his prayer for today as well, because his Dark Apostles have prayers now. His prayer for today is going to be the one that puts a -1 to hit thing on a nearby unit within 6 inches. So that's his prayer for today. And that's sort of it, isn't it? Oh yeah, he's Warlord, which means he's got the Voice of Lorgar Warlord trait, because they FAQ'd it, and the Voice of Lorgar now works on prayers, which is awesome. So he'll actually be doing that for a unit within 9 inches of him, which is very nice. I find that particularly useful because you do your prayers at the start of the battle round and not at the start of your turn, so you need to plan ahead with it quite a bit, and sometimes if you accidentally catch yourself out of position, having an extra 3 inches on his prayer range can be really, really helpful. So hopefully it's really helpful today. But that's basically it. The Dark Maw is here, ready to burninate some I almost said heretics. I suppose they're heretics from our perspective, right? Yeah, there you go. 1750 points, 13 command points. Let's go take a look at the sisters. Oh, I almost forgot as well. I have an obliterator, just the one. There you go. There's my nod to the meta. I brought a single obliterator today. There you go. I almost forgot about him because I just did have one. But there he is, anyway. Hooray. Marcus Sinesh, because whatever, might as well. I don't know what else we're going to spend all these command points on, to be completely honest. Like Demon Shell and Veterans, and that's basically it. So, alright. Let's actually go look at the sisters this time, for real. Behold, the sisters are here.
Yep.
They're glorious. They're so pretty.
They are indeed. They're a very nice army, and I can say that because I didn't paint most of them. Well, I didn't paint any of them. I only painted the little Rogue Trader contingent.
Right.
These are all painted by my wife.
Well done, Mrs. Redtooth. Thank you very much for painting all these. They are very, very beautiful. And yeah, your Rogue Traders aren't bad either, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
This is the Order of the Azurine Heart. And they are here to burn some heretics.
Naturally.
They are using I think it's Order of the Sacred Rose. As their trait, it allows them to Overwatch on 5s and 6s, and they only ever take 1 casualty from morale failure.
It's not bad.
Which is quite cool. And I've got a battalion of them, and then I've got a little patrol of the Rogue Trader group from the Kill Team Rogue Trader box set.
Nice. I've actually got these myself. I haven't built or painted them because I never get to play Kill Team.
Well, neither do I, but I built and painted them anyway.
Nice.
So that's why they're here today. And I've also taken a auxiliary support detachment in order to include an Inquisitor, specifically Inquisitor Karamazov.
There he is.
Who is sat on the Throne of Judgment.
Love it.
And he's absolutely going to judge some word bearers today.
The comments are going to be absolutely full of if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device memes now. But nevertheless, it's awesome to see him. I've never seen him ever in a game of 8th edition. Like not one I've played, not one I've seen online. So
neither have I.
I don't even know what he does. So he has a big stumpy chair though.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So I guess we'll start with him. He's got a big stumpy chair. He's kind of like a dreadnought, but not as strong. I think his strength and toughness 5, and he's quite slow. But he's a character, so he can't be targeted. He's got a bunch of special rules, which you'll get to as they come up, if they come up. And obviously he's got a big sword for doing melee stuff. He's a member of the Ordo Heretica, so he rerolls to hit and to wound against units with the Chaos keyword, which I'm pretty sure is everything in your army.
Yes.
So it's going to be handy. And his mastercrafted multi-melter is an assault 30-inch range multi-melter.
Bloody hell, that's not bad.
So it's quite handy. So that's him. And then if we want to go back to that little patrol detachment with the rogue trader Lucidia Vane, this is just all the contents of the book. So we've got her, we've got I can't remember all the rest of the names of the other characters, the tech priest guy, the assassin lady, the healer
medic person, yeah.
She's kind of healer / beautician, really.
Yeah.
Which is quite funny. And then the squad of armsmen, and of course Maximilian, aka Galaxy's goodest boy.
Yes.
Who absolutely cannot die in this report.
No. We might roll the dice and it might look like I'm attacking him, but what we're actually doing is rolling dice to see if we feed him nice juicy steaks.
Yes. if you kill him, he's just going to roll on his back and you can rub his tummy.
Yeah, we go, see.
Yeah, I'm happy to kill off important characters, but there will be no doggo deaths on this.
No Maximilians were harmed in the making of this battle report.
So the meat of the army is the battalion.
Yes.
And that is led by our command structure here. We've got a missionary. This is a missionary, he's called Corin Hawk.
Space Pope!
He has a very fancy looking chainsword apparently, because that's the only option. He isn't allowed any options. So that's actually a chainsword.
Oh, right, yeah. You used to have rules for the big mace, not any longer apparently.
Yeah, and his main rule is, he has a bunch of extra rules, but his main rule is he gives an extra attack to everyone.
Ah, nice.
6 inches or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's like the bit like the Imperial Guard priest.
Yeah, he's basically the same.
Yep.
It's just a slightly beefier version. And then we have the Warlord, Canoness Talira Stone.
Nice.
She is a Canoness. She has an Eviscerator, which is, I think, technically still alive. It's an index option.
Nice.
She has the relic, the Mantle of Ophelia, which gives her a 3-up invulnerable save.
Oh, that's not bad.
So she should be marching in, shrugging off blows and chopping things up.
That's better than any of my HQs.
And she's got a Warlord trait, which I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one that gives a bubble that increases their invulnerable save by 1 for everyone within the range, because all sisters have a 6-up invulnerable save.
They do.
Shield of Faith, and it increases specifically that save, not other ones, up by 1. So all the sisters around you are going to have a 5-up save, invulnerable save, which would be nice.
Very good.
So that's cool.
Very nice.
Right, and then we've got some other bits. Troops, we've got 3 units of 10 Sisters of Battle.
Lovely.
With assorted armaments. They've all got the fancy stick.
Fancy sticks. I was about to say they look very good with the fancy sticks.
They've all got a Sister Superior with a chainsaw and a plasma pistol.
Yep.
Which now is reasonably pointed, so we can actually use it.
I see some melter guns as well.
Yes, we've got a mix of different ones. So we've got, this squad's got a flamer and a multi-melter.
Ooh.
And that squad over there's got a heavy flamer and a regular melter.
Ah.
Just mixing it up a bit.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But there is a stratagem for Sisters that lets you, I think it's add 1 to wound if you attack with bolter, flamer and melter weapons at the same unit.
Yeah, the
Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity, yeah.
And then finally the third squad's got a heavy bolter and a storm bolter.
Very nice.
And then we've got some elites, the Sisters Repentia.
Repentiers.
8 of them.
Hooray. They're quite good, aren't they?
I think so. We'll find out.
That's what I've heard, anyway.
They're a bit glass cannon.
Very glass cannon.
Because they're literally not wearing any armour.
They don't even have a t-shirt saved technically because they're not even wearing t-shirts.
They've just got their shield of faith. Yeah. And they are going to be hanging out with the Mistress of Repentance, or whatever she's called, who is definitely not a dominatrix.
Mistress?
She's technically not a choice because of the way the codex works. If you take them, you can take her without.
Right, yeah,
choice,
she's like my little dark disciples.
Yes, exactly basically. Like that. Then we have some fast attack options. We've got a squad of Dominions, 6 of them, of which 4 of them have got flamers. And the Sister Superior has a combi flamer represented by a little tiny dragon.
Awesome! That's pretty cool. I like that. So basically, don't charge that squad.
Yes.
Don't want to get overwatched by that.
And they're going to be hanging out in the immolator with the immolation flamer.
Very nice. Some lots of flames.
Yes, Bernie. Then we also have a rhino.
Very pretty rhino.
Very nice rhino. We've got the exorcist, 4-shored one.
Ah, right. So it's got the slightly more modern looking.
Yep.
Not the amazing organ thing.
Yeah. Except the fact that this is older than the.
Oh, is it technically? I
Yep.
didn't know that.
This existed before the metal one.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. And these are nice little candles that I can't remember where they came from, but there used to be able to get a set that was just a load of metal candles.
Oh, awesome.
Which is pretty cool. Back over there, we've got Seraphim.
Ah.
A unit of 10.
And one of them's got the awesome wings there as well.
Yeah, so the Superior's got some funky wings, and she's also got a power sword and a plasma pistol. And then 2 of them have got the 2-hand flamers.
Nice. They're jetpacking around the place, basically.
Yeah, so they're going to be dropping in and going pew pew and all that stuff. They've got some funky stratagems as well, I think.
Oh, nice.
So we might have a go with that. And then finally, we've got a heavy support choice over here, which is 3 penitent engines.
These are scary mother effers right here, aren't they?
I hope so.
They are. I've heard very good things about these guys. So yeah, they'll be charging into close combat with reckless abandon and chewing everything to pieces, I guess.
I hope so.
That's the idea, anyway. Okay, well, very very nice. So you've got the rogue traders here as well,
Yep.
mostly because dog, right?
I'll pretend otherwise, but yes.
Mostly because dog,
the dog.
but technically because the rogue traders brought you here, right?
Yeah, they're the ride.
They were you came here in their spaceship.
I imagine they're down on this world to see what's going on, partly out of curiosity and partly to make sure that Inquisitor Karamazov survives so that he can pay them.
Excellent.
To take them home. That's probably their job. Last thing, command points. I've got 7 because I've got 8, but -1 for taking him.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a more narrative-focused list than repetitive. And faith points are a thing in the Sisters of Battle.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I counted previously. I've got 8 of them.
8 faith points,
which can do all sorts of things. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm going to be... This is an interesting one because, I mean, one, I love it because it's such a perfect matchup, Word Bearers versus Sisters of Battle. It's like, that's awesome. It's a classic. But also, I do intend to get Sisters of Battle on the channel of my own when the new ones get released at some point. They said it was going to be this year, although I'm getting increasingly sceptical about that. It might be next year. But whenever they do eventually come out, I will be getting a new Sisters of Battle army on the channel. So I'm watching this very closely today in terms of trying to figure out how these guys work and that sort of thing, so that when it comes to planning and getting my own, I'll know what's good and bad. So, in theory anyway, we're still on the beta codex, so... Yeah. But, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to enjoy this. Let's go get started. Okay folks, here we are. Deployment has been completed. I finished deploying first, so I got the +1 to the roll. We are using one of the original rulebook missions, which means that technically we should be... it should just be me going first, because of it's an original rulebook mission, but we're going to do the chapter approved 2017
Yep.
+1 to the roll off, because it's a bit more fun. Just so as you're aware. and we're fully deployed. So, for my part, I've got Land Raider bang in the centre. Inside, I've got Tal Ezra, the Chaos Lord, and the Possessed and the Great Possessed, waiting to spill out and crack some heads. Elsewhere, I've got Chaos Marine squads with their heavy weapons dotted around in cover wherever I could put them. Cultists just fill in the gaps, essentially, ready to run forward and get objectives. I should mention, by the way, I think I forgot it in the army overview, for points and everything purposes, all these cultists have auto guns, all of them. So ignore if they've got close combat weapons or flamers or heavy stubbers or anything like that. It's just for the sake of speed. I can just be like, right, okay, there's that many cultists, so that's that many auto gun shots, instead of having to count up who individually has got which weapons in the squad.
I'll just have to kill them all really fast then.
Yeah, basically. They're good at dying fast, cultists, so that'll work for you. Elsewhere, we've got Deathfeet and Stompy over here. Master of Possession with some Chaos Marines in between them. Dark Apostle at the back here. Corvarak just chilling out, ready to do some prayers. Do some praying. And there we go. I've tried to set up... My thinking with this was basically trying to set up the demon engines so they can go crush some big tanky things, maybe. And tried to get all of my Chaos Marines in cover just so that they survive a little bit longer, and also so that their heavy weapons have got lines of sight on things that might be useful to shoot at, like those penitent engines, for example, over there. The sisters, for their part, have deployed over on this side. Do you want to talk me through what your thoughts are with this?
We've got a big central blob of the Battle Sisters, 3 squads with the Canoness in the middle.
Nice.
Since she has a bubble, they're all going to get it.
Yep.
So they've all got a 5-weapon vulnerable save now, which could help. Then we've got the Rhino here that's got the Repentia in it, as well as the Missionary and the Mistress. And then we have the Dominions Immolator with Dominions in it. That's going to have a pre-game move as well, but we'll do that after we've seen who goes first.
Yep.
Exorcist here, some nice firing lines either way, and out of line of sight from directly opposite Land Raider.
Yes.
And then we've got a blob of Stompy Death over here, which, now that I look at it, is slightly out of position because there isn't much Stompy stuff to kill that way, so they're going to have to swing in and do some business. I've got the Seraphim off the board. They can fly down and cause havoc later. And also the Rogue Trader crew are all in the Teleportarium, which I've used one of my command points to do.
Yeah, you can put them. You can put all of them in the same thing. As one blob.
Effectively they drop in and they all have to be within 6 inches of each other, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very good. Oh, and I should mention as well my lone obliterator, who I keep forgetting about. He's deep striking as well, so he'll drop in on whatever part of the board I need him most at.
What you're saying is he'll drop in on turn 4 when you remember him.
Yeah, basically. Although it's match play, so if I don't remember him by turn 3, he's gone forever. Match play. I don't play that often. It's going to be fun to remember all these little restrictions.
You can't waste all your command points on rerolls in one go.
Yeah, at least Bolter Discipline isn't a beta thing anymore. That's official.
That's
you remember that.
Doesn't affect me though.
No, it doesn't affect you because you're not super special Space Marines. You're just random humans in power armor with bolters.
Random humans?
Random humans, yeah, that's right.
They trained their whole life for this.
Loyalist scum. Trained your whole life just to be shot in the face by a Chaos Marine.
Yeah.
Good
And
stuff.
they're damn good at it.
Alright, so I think it's probably about time we roll off.
Okay. Pass on to you.
I get a 6. Can you match a 6?
Yes.
You can, alright. There you go.
Try again.
5.
5.
Okay, try again.
4.
3. You are going first, unless, of course, I sneeze the initiative here. Hachoo. No, not quite. Almost, but not quite. Alright. Sisters of Battle, Adeptus Sororitas, turn 1. Sisters of Battle and Friends, really. Sisters of Battle and Friends, turn 1, coming up next. Okay, here we go. Tactical objective phase, or whatever you want to call it. The Sisters have got overwhelming firepower, so they need to kill a unit, or 3 to get extras, behind enemy lines to get into my deployment zone, which they're not going to be able to do this turn. Well, maybe actually, I don't know. And secure objective 4, which is going to be very easy because they're already stood on it practically. So let's go look at the movement, and here we are. Sisters of Battle, turn 1 movement phase is complete. And this is what things look like. We've got this immolator over here that has moved a long way.
It's double moved effectively because it moved to here before the game began and then moved and advanced again to get to here.
Very good. So they can do that? Is that a stratagem? Or what?
Well, it's just a thing that the Dominions have a special rule that are in it. That they can move at the start of the game before the game begins, and if they're in a transport, they confer that ability to the transport.
Oh, nice! Right, so if they're in if they're in a rhino, the rhino gets to do it too.
Notably, as long as there's nothing else in the transport, so you can't tag a cannon nest along with them or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
But it's still good.
Not bad. All right, so they're right up in Defi and Stompy's collective faces.
Deal with it.
Yeah. Elsewhere,
Rhino's moved up to here. That's got the Repentia and everything in it.
Very good. The Sisters Blob.
Sisters Blob have moved up. No advancing. Just some of this is in range to shoot over here. Most of it's not, but they're maintaining position.
Yep.
Exorcist didn't move. It's got some shots at Demon Engines over there.
Right. Okay.
I'm still out of line of sight of the Land Raider and most of the Chaos Marines, so that's nice. And these guys all advanced up. They're not that quick, but
my slow, inevitable doom is approaching.
Yeah. But notably, as I mentioned, his multi-melter is in fact an assault weapon for some reason. So since he advanced, he can still fire it.
Yeah, his crazy 30-inch assault multi-melter thing. It's kind of scary. All right, so movement phase completed.
Okay. No psychic phase.
No psychic phase. That's,
obviously.
You leave that.
Heretics.
Leave that to the heretics over here.
Do you know what, it's nice to be able to say for the Emperor and stuff like that without being totally ironic.
Yeah, Mr. Captain Alpha Legion over here. Anyway, okay, so we'll go into the shooting phase.
At the start of the shooting phase, I'm going to activate one of my acts of faith. Down to 7 faith points.
So basically, for the general rundown for those not familiar with Sisters, which is probably a lot of people,
they've got acts of faith, which are kind of like stratagems in a way, that you can use at various stages of the game, and they cost faith points, which you have at the start. You get 3, and you get another 1 for each 10 sisters in your army. And there are various other stratagems and things and ways to get more of them. And when you use it, you use the point, then you roll a dice and compare it to the value that's on the ability, and if it meets or succeeds that, you get it off.
Right, okay.
So I'm going to use an act of faith on this squad here.
Right.
The act of faith is called Divine Guidance, I believe.
Yeah.
And it adds 1 to their hit rolls in the shooting phase.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. You just reminded me. Since we're doing prayers and stuff, it's all getting...
You've got some silly prayers to do.
Mega religious up in here. Corveric is going to be chanting some prayers of his own. He's going to be doing the -1 to hit thing, and he's going to pop it on Defi, I think.
Okay.
So, on a 2+, because he's got his Dark Disciples. Yeah, there we go. All right, so need to remember that. So start the battle round. It's a bit like Canticles of the Omnissiah for Admech, so... Right, anyway, you were saying...
My prayer, as it were, my act of faith goes off on a 4-up, but because I have this Imagifer in the unit, that gives it a +1 to the roll.
Okay.
So 3-up. No, okay. No.
My prayers are better than yours. My prayer battle. Okay. Right, so now what? Disgraceful.
Let's do some shooting.
The shooting phase beginneth. We are beginning with Inquisitor Karamazov, who's firing his special melter gun.
Yep, mastercrafted multi-melter. It is 30-inch range and it's an assault weapon. He advanced, so he's going to fire at the Land Raider.
Yes.
He's ballistic 3-up, so he'll be hitting on 4s. But because he is Ordo Hereticus, and that is a Chaos unit, he can re-roll to hit and to wound.
Very nice.
And I did check, it's literally just re-roll hits and wounds, not re-roll failed hits and wounds.
Okay.
So I can re-roll the 3 that I'm inevitably going to roll now. No, but I can re-roll it.
Okay.
No, it's still a 2.
Oh, missed.
Disappointment.
Alright then. I did not expect that.
Always expect disappointment.
Yeah, the Dark Gods are with me for now, apparently. Now that I've jinxed myself, however, where are we shooting next?
Let's go to the Exorcist then. It's going to fire over at Stompy.
Stompy!
Because he hasn't got a -1 to hit on him.
No.
So, that's made up my mind for me.
Good.
It's D6 shots. 5.
Hitting on 3s.
Okay. That's good. Not too far away from the cannon nest to reroll the 1, but 3 hits. It's strength 8 or 9.
So it's a 3+.
I think it's strength 8.
Yes, 3+ either way.
2 wounds. It's -4 or something stupid like that. So you're on your invulnerable save.
I only have 1 dice available, so I'll just roll it twice. Alright, 5 up, demon save. Yay! Again. No.
Good. D6 wounds. 3.
Okay. Alright, next up, these sisters over here and this rhino are going to be firing all their bolters and stuff at these marines over here, the las cannon squad specifically, and they're also going to be firing a multi-melter at them as well, I think. So
we'll start with the bolters, hitting on 3s. There we go. This is only the ones that are in range. And wounding on 4s. Good.
Bloody hell, man.
Multi-melter hitting on 4s because we moved. No.
Do you want to? Did you exercise your dice before you came here today?
We'll see. Storm bolter from the rhino. 1 hit. 1 wound.
Right. I'll borrow 1. See if they work better for me than you, mate. What am I saving here? Sorry.
One of those chaos marines would be a 2 up.
Oh right, of course, yeah. Sorry, I was lost in thought there for a second.
Hey, it's a 1.
Hey, there we go. Okay, turns out your dice are evil for no matter who uses them right now.
And finally, we got heavy bolter from the squad at the back.
Very good.
Firing the same target. They also moved, so it's 4s to hit, all hit.
That's more like
and
it.
3s to wound. 2 wounds.
Can use my own dice this time. 3 ups because we're in cover. Made 1, failed 1. All right, that concludes the sisters' turn pretty much because that's all they're shooting, and you've got no charges to make.
Correct.
You're not charging the immolator.
Well, advanced, so can't.
Oh right.
Otherwise, I would because I've got behind enemy lines here, so it's quite funny to get it.
That's what I initially thought, actually.
No, I'm going to sit it there, and you're going to have to charge it.
Okay. Stompy likes to charge things. It's fine.
Sure
okay, so that concludes the turn. Let's go look at the objectives. And you did get secure objective 4, so
Correct.
1 point to nothing. No first blood though. You did want
No
that.
first blood, sadly, and no overwhelming firepower either, and obviously no behind enemy lines. I am going to keep both those cards though because I think they're achievable.
Right, very good. So no discarding.
Yep.
And it's going to be on to Word Bearers turn 1. Alright, these are the Word Bearers objectives for turn 1. Defend objective 6, that's currently sat on by a bunch of penitent engines and an Inquisitor, so yeah. Scour the skies. There's no flying units on the table right now, but the Seraphim will be coming in probably turn 2. So that is, we're keeping this in, not getting rid of that. And overwhelming firepower, so I get victory point if I kill something in the shooting phase. I might be able to do that. So, okay then. Okay, let's go to the movement. Word Bearers turn 1 movement completed. These Chaos Marines are bodyguarding the Master of Possession and moving up this way because he's got some psychic powers to cast that I would like to affect by the Stompy and the Defiler here. Lachesis, the Sorcerer, has moved up as well because he's going to probably warp time Defi, or at least he's going to try to. Although that will take him out of Master of Possession range. Yeah, we'll see. I will make that decision later. Kovaric has moved up so that his prayers will still be able to affect useful things, and these Chaos Marines have stayed still except for the fact that one of the Bolt of Marines jumped up to the top there, so he has line of sight, so no Bolt of Discipline for them. And Land Raider has chugged on down this way. The guys inside hopefully getting out next turn and charging into the Sisters or something. We'll find out. These cultists have moved up around here, getting a bit closer to Objective 1. I don't need it this turn, but I might in future turns. And also moving in range to fire all their auto guns at these penitent engines over here. Not expecting them to do much, to be honest with you, but maybe plink off a few wounds, that'd be nice. So, and Stompy has moved around to the side of this immolator to hopefully tear it open with his big fists. That's the idea anyway. So, movement phase concluded. Psychic phase. Coming right up. Alright, beginning of the psychic phase with Lachesis over here. He's going to smite first. He's going to smite that immolator. Cast another 5 for 6, 7. It does go off. You've got a stratagem though, yes? You're not using it yet?
Not on that.
Oh, okay.
No.
So D3 wounds for 3.
Okay.
3 wounds plunked off the immolator, very good.
I believe we have a left.
Next up, Prescience over on this land raider here. And 5, 6, 7, I believe we get that on a 7.
I'll allow it.
Okay, so land raider's hitting on 2+. And then moving over to the Master of Possession over here, we're going to do Infernal Power, which will give Demon Legion units like Deafy and Stompy within 6 inches reroll 1s to hit and 1s to wound.
Okay.
So that goes off on a 6, which we get 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, Cursed Earth, which will improve their invulnerable saves by +1. So that goes off on a 7. We definitely get that with an 11.
No! I don't like that. No cursed earth on this holy land.
Oh no!
We're going to play the stratagem Purity of Faith. That means a psychic when a psychic power is cast within 24 inches of the assisted battle unit.
Like that, yep.
On a 4-up, I can make it go away.
Okay. It goes away.
Okay. No
Okay.
invulnerable saves
So
for you.
no invuln boost, that's fine.
Down to 5.
And yeah, you're down to 5. I will be very shortly down to less than my full amount. I've got plans, you see. I've got plans! Right, that's the psychic phase over. Let's go into the shooting. Okay, folks, first up in the shooting phase, this Land Raider is going to be shooting through here at these penitent engines with its las cannons. And it's going to be shooting its heavy bolters at that first row of sisters there. So starting with the las cannons, now prescient, so hitting on 2s.
At times.
Oh, only 1 missed. 2 2s. That was definitely worth it.
Nice.
And then strength 9, wounding on 3s.
Yep.
All 3 wounds.
Okay, the 4-up save, so I don't get anything.
You don't get anything, right? So
So you have to take one at a time.
I do,
And
yes.
I've got 5-up ignore wounds things.
yes, you do. So
yeah.
first one, 6 damage. Holy
That's
crap!
bad times.
My dice are on fire, apparently.
5-ups to ignore. So 4 wounds taken.
All right, number 2, 4.
Another 4. So that's going to kill one of them.
Right, and then the final one, 1.
Okay, yep,
No.
1 wound.
Okay. Right, 1 penitent engine knocked out. I'm happy with that. Now the heavy bolters at the sisters. Again, hitting on 2s. Everything hits. Again, 2 2s. I love it. Prescience. So good. And then wounding on strength 5, so 3s. Wow, okay, everything wounds. I feel almost the need to apologise for how ridiculously on fire my dice are right now, but there you go. That's
Okay.
that's
And
5 saves at -1.
5. Ow.
Yeah.
4-ups then.
Oh, actually, that's 6. Sorry, I miscounted. I'll give you the 5 for that one. It's fine.
Alright, after 5 then.
Yeah. it wasn't that cocked.
Cool.
Okay, so
So,
we've killed
half and half,
3
3 dead.
sisters. Very good. Perfectly statistically average, as I say.
That's what they say.
Right, Land Raider done. Let's move on to Deafy, I think. Yes, Deafy. And I'm going to use some stratagems on Deafy. Right, Deafy, the Defiler. He's going to be firing his Reaper autocannon at those sisters at the front there. And he's going to be firing his battle cannon in his chest at the Immolator here. Now, to make this a bit better, I'm using the stratagem Blasphemous Machines. Basically, I can shoot as if he hadn't moved, which is fine, because now it means he's hitting on 4s instead of 3s. I mean, instead of 5s. How does maths even work? Numbers, how do they work? All right. He's also rerolling 1s to hit and wound, thanks to Infernal Power as well. So battle cannon first. That's going to be shooting at this. D6 shots for 4. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Not bad. Not even slightly bad. That's disgustingly good, actually. This is strength 8, so it'll wound you on 3s. 2 wounds.
Okay.
AP -2.
Right, so 5-up saves. Save 1. Well, 1.
D3 damage for 2.
Okay, we're down to 5 wounds.
Very good. Hopefully that will ensure that Stompy can finish it off in combat, I hope. And then the autocannon, which I need to check the things for because it's a weird autocannon. Alright, it's 4 shots, strength 7, AP -1, damage 1 instead of damage 2 like most autocannons, which kind of annoys me.
Doesn't make a difference against the sisters, though.
No, admittedly it doesn't. There is an option in the book to put a heavy bolter on it instead of twin heavy bolter instead of that. Not that it comes with one in the box though, so good luck with that. Anyway, shooting those sisters, hitting on 4s, re-rolling any 1s, so 2 hits. And then wounding on 3s. No, 2s actually, yeah.
They're only toughness 3.
They are, they're only humans.
Yep.
So that's 2 wounds at -1.
Okay, so 4 up saves. Pass 1, failed 1.
Very good, another sister dead. And that's all of Deafy's shooting. Okay, next up, this squad here, there's only 3 of them left, but we've got a champion with a combi plasma and a regular plasma gun, all of which are going to be firing at the immolator, and this guy's going to chuck a crack grenade as well while we're at it. So we'll do the crack grenade first. Hitting on a 3+. It misses, okay, good. And now the plasmas, which I'm not going to overcharge. So these will hit on 3s. Not bad. They'll wound on 4s. No wounds though, yikes. Alright.
That's handy.
Okay, I think I'll move on to this next. Okay, so of these 2 squads here, the bolters that could fire have fired and killed another sister in that front row there. Now, the las cannon and rocket launcher, I'm doing this all at the same time just to save time, are going to be shooting over there at those penitent engines. So we'll do the las cannon first. Hits on a 3. Hits. Wounds on a 3. Wounds.
Damn it, I get no save.
So d6 damage. 6. God grief.
Right,
Thanks, Corn.
See if we can save any of them. We saved 2 of them.
Right.
Which
4.
leaves 1 on 2 wounds left.
4 wounds go through. Now the rocket launcher, which misses. Very good. Okay.
Good.
Now I'm going to shuffle all the way over to the left flank here to this squad of Chaos Marines, and I'm going to pop Veterans of the Long War on them, and they're going to fight everything at the penitent engines. So let's start with the las cannon.
Just me.
Just mean, I know. Let's put it in the job description, to be honest. Ah, I missed. Very good. And then I'll just do the bolters quickly. Well, between the bolters and the autoguns from the cultists, we brought down another penitent engine. There's 1 remaining now and 5 wounds. More effective than I thought it would be, honestly, that. Okay. I don't believe I have any shooting left, except for the occasional bolt pistol. In fact, you know what? These 3 have bolt pistols, these 3 characters, so...
All on the immolator.
Yeah, might as well. I think they all hit on 3s as well, so I'll do them all at the same time. Gentlemen, you could do better. And it does wound.
Goes through.
It does go through, okay.
Always left.
Which one of them was it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was Corvaric with his bolt pistol. Get in. Nice one, Dark Apostle. Alright. That was purely for narrative purposes. Just a waste of time, really. Okay, that's all of my shooting done. Let's go to the charge phase, and I've got, well, 2 charges I can think of. Okay, Deafy, he's going to be beginning the charge phase. He's multi-charging. Basically because I'd like to get him up over this rock and sort of attacking down on top of the rhino, because A, that would look flipping awesome, and B, it would get him up the table, which is good. But I'm also going to be charging this immolator here, in case I royally fail that charge, and at least then he'll get to smack something. So that's the idea. When you multi-charge, you don't have to make it into both or all of the targets for your charge. You only have to make it into one. So it's a way of giving yourself options here. And yeah, he's going first instead of Stompy, because I want him to eat the Overwatch from this immolator. And
okay.
Yeah. So
2d6,
speaking of which,
automatic hits.
Here go the flamers.
8.
Ooh.
Bit better. 2, 3,
That's
4, 5.
A
-1.
lot of wounds. Okay. 5 at -1. We get, well, 2 fail. So we take 2 wounds.
That's right.
12 wounds left on Deafy. Very good. What about the Rhino Stormbolter? I think they can probably see him. He's quite large. Going over there.
We'll be in 12 as well, so
yep.
Rapid firing. 1 hit, 2 hits actually, because they all get the...
Yes, you're overwatching on 5 pluses, aren't you?
I don't know, there might be like Space Marines where they don't get it on Rhinos.
Should we check?
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't apply to the vehicle as it turns out, so only
Just
the 1.
roll to wound.
Okay.
Doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound after all that. No. Okay, so the question is, do we make this charge then? I think we need an 8, wasn't it, for getting up on over
Climb
there?
up on that rock.
And for this, it's going to be like probably a 3 or a 4.
If that.
5, 6, 7. All right. Well, they're not going up and over the rock. It's a shame. That would have looked amazing.
Come on, boy.
Come on, boys. You know what? Okay, I will. What would I need?
3.
3 plus. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll buy that for $1. No, I won't.
No.
Class. All right. Well, he is at least
Doing that.
going to go claw this thing open, and Stompy while he's at it. Well, yes, he'll be doing his thing. In fact, we will move to encircle. There we go.
I just want to point out that I've given you 10 wounds there, because Infernal Regeneration, or whatever it's called.
Thank you for that. Yeah, it's easy to forget. Yeah, Wall of Fiends do regenerate a wound. And these Chaos Marines as well.
As do Defilers, in fact. Incidentally.
Yeah, 6 inches, that'll do it. Alright, that's how things look after the charge phase is concluded. We've got him surrounded, for sure. I tried to get the Master of Possession in as well, but he wasn't feeling quite so brave. He rolled a 4 on his charge, so... Alright then, let's go into the fight phase, and I think I'll begin with Defi since he ate the Overwatch and it's only fair. Okie dokie, right, so he's got a lot of attacks to make with different weapons, this Defi. First off, his 4 attacks with his big massive crab claws. These are going to be hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Yikes, okay. Defi is angry today. And these will wound on 2s because it's strength 16.
Yep.
Rerolling 1s because of Infernal Power into a 1 classic. And then that is AP minus 3.
Okay, so 6 up saves. Made 1.
Nice one. And then that's D6 damage each, so...
It's
6.
dead.
It is dead. Does it go kaboom?
No.
Do like these Himalayas not go kaboom slightly more easily?
Pretty sure it's just a 6 watch.
Okay. Okay, it doesn't explode on a 5+. I thought maybe they were like hellhounds, but it turns out they're not. It has, it's gone. The what are they called? Dominions?
Dominions, yes.
Dominions. The Dominions have crawled out. None of them were killed in the wreckage on the way out, luckily. But I have now been able to pile in the subsequent rounds of the fight phase with Stompy and these Marines, so they won't be shooting me next turn, which is nice, because they've got lots of nasty flamers. So there you go, that's how things look. Defi, incidentally, I didn't pile in with, consolidate with, because I don't want him moving over that way, I want him moving that way, really. So, that's a very successful charge phase. That is actually first blood as well, so we're 1-1 on the points. I completely forgot about overwhelming firepower in my shooting phase. I really should have shot something other than what I did, but never mind. Yeah. Do you have any morale?
Yes, that unit has lost 5.
Okay.
I think they're leadership 8 on the Sister Superior.
I would be very surprised if they weren't.
So a 5 plus a 5 is a 10.
Oh.
Which would mean 2 run away, but because of my order trait, only 1 runs.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, 1 runs away from morale, 1 dead immolator, a couple of dead penitent engines. Pretty successful turn for the word bearers on the whole, even though we kind of forgot objectives exist.
Not bad.
So yeah, kind of nasty. My dice and your dice are not remotely being statistically friendly right now, are they? But we've got plenty of turns to go.
All to play for.
Yes, exactly.
1 point each.
The beauty of match play objective-based scenarios, really, it could still go any way. So, speaking of which, let's go hop over to the Sisters' turn 2. Okay, folks. It's Sisters of Battle, turn 2, end of the movement phase. Should note, by the way, we forgot to film the Dominions fighting back here. They actually killed 2 Chaos Marines, and then they've now fallen back out over there.
Correct.
So good for them.
So things have happened.
Yes.
Notably, Repentia have disembarked with their mistress and missionary Corin Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to kill something in a minute, hopefully. The Rhino's backed up a bit.
Very good.
These sisters have kind of manoeuvred themselves to get appropriate shots. Canoness is still here in the middle. She's still in buffing range of all 3 units of sisters.
Very good.
This unit used the Act of Faith, which is called Hand of the Emperor. that enables them to move an additional 3 inches. So they've moved 9 inches into here, and they've got lots of nice firing solutions.
Very good.
And as I don't think we've mentioned yet, I drew a new tactical objective, which was Secure Objective 1, which is there. So they're in a position to potentially get that depending on what happens.
That's a really good point. Tactical objectives. Hold on. This is how often I don't film Maelstrom games. I totally forgot the objectives again. So you've still got overwhelming firepower behind enemy lines, and you drew a new one, which was Secure Objective 1, which happens to be this objective right here. So very easily contestable. Right. Elsewhere, though, more things have happened. These Seraphim have...
Yep, so at the end of the movement phase, they've drawn, first of all, he advanced, he didn't. They just moved up.
Okay.
So he can fire his multi-bolt, he can possibly get a charge at his cultists.
Very good.
And they have, yes, dropped in from the skies, and they're all ready to open fire on some crappy cultists.
Yay!
And I'm going to spend a stratagem immediately called Burning Descent. Which allows the Seraphim squad that are set up in the battle using its Sky Strike ability, which they did, can immediately shoot as if it were your shooting phase. And for these attacks, the range of the hand flamers are increased to 12 inches.
Yikes, okay.
So that unit is going to all open fire on those cultists.
Very good. And the cultists are turned to mush, thanks to all those wonderful bolters and flamers and all that good stuff. Very nice. Very worth a command point in your opinion, sir.
Yep.
And also, you don't get overwhelming firepower, though, funnily enough, because that wasn't the shooting phase.
Yep.
Which is kind of amusing, but okay.
Oh well.
Alright, so...
we'll live with it.
Is that your movement phase now done?
Correct.
No more weird shenanigans?
No.
Good, alright.
Shooting.
No psychic for you, so yeah, shooting it is. Now moving into the shrine itself, to these sisters here, and you're using a faith point.
Yep, we're going to spend it on Divine Guidance again, which is the +1 to hit in the shooting phase.
Excellent.
So it's effectively 3 up. No.
Oh dear. Command point.
No.
No, okay.
Yeah. I've only got 4 left. They're precious for cool things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to start with?
Right, that's a good question. I think we'll start with the Exorcist, because there's really only one target, and that's the Defiler.
Right. Defy.
Yep.
How could you?
Well, he's not -1 to hit,
He's not, no.
and he's not got a +1 invulnerable save either,
No, he doesn't.
because the Emperor protects. So it's D6 shots. 5.
Not bad at all.
Take that. 3's to hit then. 3 hits.
Okay.
3's to wound. 2 wounds.
Two
minus
wounds.
load, so invulnerable save.
Saved neither of them.
Good-o.
And this guy fell over for the
2d6.
600th time this game.
2d6 damage.
Okay.
He's got 12 wounds left.
He
So
does.
if I get double 6,
No.
just A6. We'll take that though.
Not bad. Moving over to the right flank now. Defy's on 6 wounds remaining already. He never really lasts very long. It's sort of his thing. This Stormbolter on this rhino here is going to try and plink away at this lone Chaos Marine so you can get overwhelming firepower.
Yeah.
So go for
Worth
it.
a shot. 1 hit. That wounds.
Alright. Threat save. No, he's dead.
Nice.
Okay, now the Act of Faith...
Or not, as the case may
or
be.
not, as the case may be. Yeah, the
They
these
didn't-
sisters in the middle.
They didn't pray hard enough to St. Claudius.
Apparently not. Even at the base of his statue, look at that. Alright. So they're going to be
So they're
shooting
splitting
lots of-
fire between the Land Raider and this cultist blob over here.
Mhm.
I've measured up, they've got 10 bolter shots in there, between various ones at rapid fire and not. They're also firing the heavy flamer at them.
Okay.
And then they're going to fire the melter gun, plasma pistol, which isn't overcharging, and a crack grenade at the Land Raider.
Very good.
So here's all the bolters first.
Dice going everywhere.
Okay, that +1 to hit would have really helped.
Okay.
Never mind. Oh, reroll the 1 because of the cannon miss. Hey.
Very nice.
3's to wound on cultists. There we go, that's 5 wounds.
5 t-shirt saves. One of them, yay, 4 die. And next.
The heavy flamer, same target,
Okay.
6 shots.
Lovely. You whatever Prometheum you're using is the stuff that my guard have been using
Yeah,
lately.
this is the stuff that should have been in the immolator at the start. 3's to wound, that's 5 wounds at -1, so 5 dead cultists.
Yes. Not even a t-shirt save.
Nope.
And that will be... Yeah. There we go.
All but 1.
All but 1. Now the correct land raider.
So hitting on 4s because of your dirty prayer. Hits.
Damn it.
Wounds on 5s because it's only strength 6. Nope.
Okay.
Plasma pistol. Misses. Good job I didn't overcharge.
Yeah.
And the melter gun. That hits.
Okay.
Doesn't wound.
Right. The infernal machines.
That will save them.
Thick hide, hold strong for now. I was about to say command point.
Command point. I was thinking it, but no.
Okay, next up it is... Remind me which squad?
This little squad of
that
4.
one there. They have already chucked the heavy flamer at the Land Raider and it failed to do anything.
It's a regular flamer.
Oh, it was a regular flamer, sorry.
We've got the multi-melter in this squad.
Right, and now it's the multi-melter.
So we'll do the plasma pistol first, just because. That hits.
Not overcharging, I assume.
No, and doesn't wound.
Okay.
And then the multi-melter. Hits. Doesn't wound.
Ooh. This Land Raider is strong.
So be it.
Next up, this interestingly positioned squad here. They've opened fire. They've fired some bolter shots at this squad of 3 Chaos Marines here. No success so far, though, thanks to being in cover. Now, heavy bolter.
Yep, so heavy bolter up the same squad. All hits. That's nice. 3's the wound. All wound.
Very nice. Alright, 3 up saves then. Lost it all.
And finally, a little plasma pistol through the window at the Land Raider.
Very good.
Hits. Wounds.
Wounds, alright.
-3.
6 up save. No, 5 up save. That is a 6, I'm afraid.
Cheeky.
And now it's the Seraphim here, opening fire with everything against these Chaos Marines. And they killed 1 Chaos Marine. Well done. Moving now over to your final gun to shoot. That is Inquisitor Karamazov himself with his assault melter. I can't quite see from here. There it is. Okay. Firing through here at the Land Raider.
Correct.
So.
Here we go. So he's normally hitting on 3s, but it's -1 because I advanced, and -1 because you prayed. So 5s. But I can re-roll it because you are chaos.
This is true.
But I hit.
You hit anyway. Nice one.
Doesn't wound though.
Come on, boy.
Do you know what? I think I will at that stage because it's my last gun, and this could make a big difference.
Okay.
It wounds.
It does wound.
-4. So
6 up. Save. Got a 5.
Ooh,
very close.
Good job. That was a melter gun.
Yeah. Okay.
So 2d6, pick the highest.
You are within 15 inches, so
Right. I'll take the 3 then.
not bad.
Could be worse.
Could be much worse. Could be better. Okay, charge phase now, and we're starting with these Repentiers, yeah.
Yep. So they're going to charge the Defiler.
Lovely. All right.
Some fun Overwatch.
Overwatch time. Yeah. So I don't remember if that psychic power still applies to him. Infernal power in the Overwatch phase. Overwatch phase.
It probably does.
Well,
it'll probably just say reroll 1s for.
Yeah. If I get any 1s, we'll check. I didn't get any hits either. That was the Reaper autocannon.
Okay.
D6 from the battle cannon for 3. And not a single 6. Oh dear.
Not a sausage.
Not a sausage.
Here we go then. Probably don't need very much. 5. I suspect I'll probably do it.
That probably will. Well, that's the Repentious in. I turned Deafy around so he didn't look too undignified. Now moving over to here with these sisters charging the Land Raider.
Sisters of Battle in the building. Charge. Here we go. Need quite a big one ideally. That's a big one.
That is as big as it gets. Alright, Overwatch then. I will somehow be overwatching you with these little Zaz cannons into you there. Sometimes I miss the old vehicle rules.
Not often.
Right, so heavy bolter first. Nothing. And the last cannons. 2 hits.
Nice.
Wounding on 2s. 2 wounds.
Okay.
-3.
Yep, so on Invulnerable, since they are within 6 inches of the canoness, they've got 5 up Invulnerable.
Oh, nice.
Hey, it did a thing.
Nice.
1
okay.
dice.
1 dice. Yeah, as you were just saying off camera, very handy charge that. You've managed to fence in right around the Land Raider, so if I do want to get out my next turn, it's going to be very awkward to do so. Yeah, I have to go back this way. Very annoying. Alright, so, next up, camera ran out of memory again. Whoops. The Penitent engine did fail the charge against the cultist. He did shoot, he did overwatch, he got one hit, he got one wound, but the save was passed, so he was almost a hero for a second there. And over here, the Seraphim have successfully charged into these Chaos Marines. Again, did film that. Thought I was filming it anyway, but the footage cut off, unfortunately. But anyway, they made it in. No casualties to Overwatch over there either. So, all in all, a very successful charge phase for you, sir.
Yes, pretty good. So now it is the start of the fight phase.
Where do you wish to begin?
At the start of the fight phase, I'm going to use another act of faith, or attempt to.
Okay.
We're going to use the Passion.
Right.
Which is use this act of faith at the start of your fight phase. If successful, a selected unit can be chosen to fight with twice in that phase.
Bloody hell.
And I'm going to try and do it on the Repentia.
Okay.
It does, however, need a 5 to go off.
Right, not an easy one though.
So it's not easy, and it'll cost me a faith point just to try, but could be useful. That is sadly a 4.
Phew, okay. Daffy might actually survive then, in that case. Potentially, maybe, probably not. Okay, starting the fight phase with the Repentiers, who have piled in a little bit, but not so much that they don't have themselves within 6 inches of the Space Pope, because the Space Pope gives them +1 attack.
Yep. So, and the Mistress gives them reroll to hits.
Brilliant. Right,
so this many attacks.
A bucket of them, basically.
Hitting on, it would be hitting on 3s, but it's 4s because they're eviscerators.
Okay.
-1. So 4s.
Alright, after the reroll, many hits, now many hopefully wounds. Wounded on 5s.
Yes, because they are only strength 3, doubled to 6, still isn't enough to get a good roll. Yeah. That looks like a good roll though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 wounds.
Yep. The Penitent Eviscerator is AP -2, so you'd be on 5 ups.
Right.
And it's a flat 2 damage as well.
Easily more than enough to kill him then. Is this the end for Deffy? Let's find out. 5 ups. Quite possibly, yeah, because he is now... He passed 1, failed 5.
Yep, so that's 10 wounds.
10 wounds.
Does he have 6 left?
He explode?
Good question.
No, he doesn't. Bye, Deffy. And in this combat over here with the Seraphim and the Chaos Marines, the Seraphim didn't manage to kill any Chaos Marines, and the Chaos Marines killed 1 Seraphim. But what you have achieved is you've shut these guys down from shooting in the following turn, which is probably the more important thing. So, right.
Oh, you haven't done your Land Raider attacks.
I haven't done my Land Raider, have I? I don't even know what a Land Raider has. If it's anything like a Lehman Russ tank, it's got 3 attacks to hit on 6s, and it misses with all of them, so... good, okay.
Cool, fun.
Right, and yeah, morale phase. Cultist runs away. I've already done that. Yeah. And do you have any morale?
No, I don't think so. I think that's... Well, I mean, I lost like 1 model over there.
Yeah, so... Okie dokie.
Objectives.
Well, the Sisters managed to achieve 2 objectives this turn. Overwhelming firepower and secure objective 1. And I assume you're keeping behind enemy lines.
I'm indeed, because I'm very close with 2 separate units currently. Well, 3, 4, lots of units are quite close to your lines, so could get lots of points.
Extremely doable, basically, so that's staying. Alright, cool. So, right, over to Chaos turn 2 then. Alright folks, it's the end of the Word Bearer's turn 2 movement phase. And this is what's happened. This Land Raider has reversed all the way over here, but not before these Greater Possessed, Tal Ezra, the Chaos Lord, all disembarked. They've been joined by the Sorcerer and my Dark Apostle Corvaric and the Master of Possession, so we've got all the characters down in this little bit here. Stompy has stomped over in this direction because he's got his eyes on that Rhino. And elsewhere, this was quite important actually as it turned out, this squad of Chaos Marines has managed to fall back out of combat with the Seraphim and get over to Objective 5 because, objectives! Secure Objective 5 is my new objective for this turn. I still also have Overwhelming Firepower and Scour the Skies. I don't think Scour the Skies is on the cards really, to be honest with you. I just can't afford to put firepower into the Seraphim when there are more pressing targets in front of me. So, however, overwhelming firepower and secure objective 5 could easily be gotten this turn, and so that's probably what I'm going to try and do. And I almost forgot to mention him, but our sneaky lone obliterator has deep struck down here in these woods to try and take out that exorcist. So, that's my movement. Obviously these guys stayed still, bolt of discipline, etc, etc. Let's go to the psychic phase. Alright, we're going to start off with the sorcerer here, smiting these repentures after measuring it up and whatever they are the closest visible unit. So, on a 5, we do get that. On a 9, D3 for 3.
Ow.
I do need to kill these repentures, they're a bit of a problem. And now I'm going to cast Prescience on these possessed over here. So, 4, 5, 6. Bugger. I'm going to command point that. Every time. Okay, I don't think that goes off in a 6, but I'll check. Alright, we did need a 7. So no prescience for me. That's a bit of a shame. Master of Possession now. He's going to smite as well. Okay, never mind. At least it wasn't a Perils. And he's going to do Cursed Earth to try and boost the invuln of these possessed and this greater possessed. Hope potentially after the charge phases, and I might be able to get them within his bubble, so we'll give it a go. That does go off. Alright, kicking off the shooting phase with a stratagem. I'm using Demon Shell. My Master of Possession is going to use his bolt pistol to fire a bolt pistol shell that's possessed with a demon. So basically the way this works is to make a single hit roll. If it hits, it does D3 mortal wounds. If I miss, it does D3 mortal wounds to me because the angry demon gets out and eats my face. So, it's a 3+ this guy, not a 2+, so it's a little risky. It does hit though, which is a good thing too because you're not allowed to re-roll it either. So, D3 mortal wounds on the repentures for 3.
Bad times.
3 of them killed, very nice. Now the Obliterator, shooting at the Exorcist. Now the way this works is I get to choose after I've rolled it to be fair, but whatever happens is shooting at the Exorcist. So D3 strength, so strength 6, 7, 8. The AP is -2, and the damage, very important this part, is also 2. Okay, so right, strength 8 -2, damage 2. So now it's 6 shots with a single lonely obliterator, and he'll hit on 3s. There we go, 4 hits.
Statistically average.
And
The Exorcist is actually toughness 8.
is it? All right, forced to wound then. 2 wounds -2.
So 5 up. Failing both, so it's 4 wounds down.
Alright, now this squad of 3 guys up here is going to be shooting at these repentures, and the las cannon is going to be shooting at that penitent engine over there. I'm using Veterans of the Long War on these guys for 1 command point, so I add 1 to my wound rolls. Bolt guns first from these 2 into the repentures, hitting on 3s and
Rerolling ones.
possibly rerolling 1s, yeah, because of Tal Ezra down there. There it is. Yeah, okay, so 3 hits. Now wounding on 2s. Quality, look at that.
6 up save. Shield of Faith.
Nope. Dead. Repentia. And now the las cannon over at the penitent engine over there. So hits on a 3, rerolling 1s. Hits. Wounds on a 2. Where did it go? There it is. Okay.
I don't get a save against that. Give me some numbers.
Alright. 3.
Okay, 5 ups to ignore. Ignore one of them, so 2 go through.
2 damage through. Okay, moving on to this next squad here.
3 wounds.
And because these 2 down here can't see anything, it's going to be effectively the same again. So 4 more bolt guns shooting at that repentia over there. I think they should just be able to see over the top of that. Yeah, they can. Well, actually, no. One of them can, the other one cannot. So this guy, he's going to shoot these sisters.
Cool.
So him shooting sisters. 1. Oh, yeah, 6. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
3 ups. No.
2 dead sisters. Yikes. Okay. This guy's shooting the Repentia. Roll that one. 2 hits. Wounds on a 3. 2 wounds.
6s.
Box cards will save it,
no.
but no.
They're gone.
Okie dokie. So that's overwhelming firepower in the bag, and the Repentia is removed. And that leaves the missile launcher, which was going to go at that. I should have said. I do apologise.
I assumed.
So that hits. That's completely and utterly cocked. That is. Oh god! Now it's an avalanche of Chaos Marines. And not in a good way. All right.
How would that ever be a good way?
Well, I mean,
how is a good way of avalanche of Chaos Marines?
What if they're my Chaos Marines avalanching onto like your guys? It's good, yeah, right? Theoretically. Okay.
Okay. 6 up saves. That's only AP -2.
Yep.
Nope.
Pachow.
2.
2.
5 ups. Pass 1. Take another wound.
Another wound. I still haven't killed the bloody thing.
No, it's down to 2 wounds.
How
I
frustrating.
think you're out of gun.
I am out of gun. Damn it. Alright, charge phase then. Just before we go into the charge phase, I almost forgot. Endless Cacophony on this Obliterator. Let's go. Let's fire it again for 2 command points. So, hitting on 3s. Everything hits this time. And it's the same profile as before. I've been corrected on that by the internet, so. Winning on 4s.
Thanks, internet.
We get 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds this time.
Okay. 5s. Pass 2, fail 2. So that's another 2, so 4 damage, down to 4 wounds.
Lovely. So in the charge phase, basically my plan is to get these possessed into these sisters. Basically all of the stuff, as much stuff as I can to charge the sisters, basically. I think that's kind of the idea here. So, we'll start with these possessed. They can eat the Overwatch. Well, I think they needed 3 to get up there at least, but ideally much more than that. Okay then.
Command point?
Yeah, I think that's happening. 5 inches in total. That's a bit better. This Obliterator is charging the Exorcist. Going to see if he can get in there and take off the last couple of wounds with his big fists that he has. 9-inch charge required. 5, 6, 7, 8. Not quite. Don't have a command point to spend on it this phase either, so never mind. You going to Overwatch him?
Yes. D6 shots. 3.
3.
6 is to hit. There's a hit.
Uh-oh.
It's strength 8, so wounded on 3 is usually on top of 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a wound. It's -4 AP, so demons.
5 up invulnerable save. No.
Failed. And D6 damage.
Oh god.
2.
2. Fury, still alive. 2 wounds left. Okay, that's what things look like with the pile-in. I'm doing it slightly out of sequence, but whatever. I'll go attack with Talos.
I'll tell you now, I'm not going to spend 2 command points to interrupt with a squad of 5 Sisters of Battle.
Indeed. So, Talos was going to go first with his big hammer. He sort of it's rare that he manages to ever get into close combat, so this is fun. It's going to hit on 3s, rerolling any 1s. So rerolling that 1. Because Chaos Lords get Thunder Hammers now, yay!
2s.
And 2s to wound. Yep. 3, -3.
6s. Shield of Faith. Oh, pass 2.
Good grief.
So 1 dies.
Your faith in the Emperor keeps you alive.
The Emperor protects.
Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, Greater Possessed. He has 5 attacks. He hits on 2s. He rerolls this 1 thanks to Tal Ezra. There we go. And it's a wound. Strength 5, 6, 6, isn't it? Yeah, so 2s.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What AP is it?
It's AP 2.
Okay, so 5 ups.
Yep.
That's 4 dead. That's the unit.
Unit is gone. The Greater Possessed finished them off himself. The Mini Possessed didn't have to lift a finger. Would you look at that? Now we move over here to Stompy, who did charge into this Rhino. I think I probably forgot to film it though. Regardless, he's now attacking. 4 attacks with his fists, 6 with his Lasher Tendrils. We'll do the fists first, and I am spending a command point on Demon Forge so he can reroll all his hits and wounds. So, hitting on 4s. So 2, Nothing. Okay, so 2 hits. Strength 12. Wounds on a 3. Didn't need to re-roll. -3.
6s. Last one.
And 3 damage from that. So
Down to 7.
and then Lasher Tendrils. Neon 4's re-roll. Okay, 4 hits. Now wounding on wounding on 5s. And re-rolling. No, okay, only 1 wound. AP -2.
Failed.
Damage 2, I believe.
Okay, down to 5.
Yeah, not quite dead. I was hoping for more
Fairly
there.
uneventful, that.
Oh well. I mean, you can attack back with it. So.
It's D3 attacks at that range, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
No hits. How about
Yay!
that? Who'd have thought it?
And with Stompy's failure to kill that rhino, I'm bitterly disappointed about that. That concludes my turn. There's no morale to do. And, well, that was alright, I guess.
Somehow I moved my heavy bolter.
I did achieve a couple of objectives this turn, though. That is the main thing. Let's go take a look at those. Okay, so I've got overwhelming firepower. Very nice. And I secured objective 5. It is probably the last thing that squad will do in this game before getting killed by the Seraphim, but totes worth it. So that's another 2 points in the bag, bringing me up to 3. And I am going to discard Scour the Skies because I could technically get it by shooting those Seraphim, but I've got more important things to do. So, bye. That's gone. Bye-bye. These are the objectives for the Sisters of Battle, and really good ones. Secure 4, which you're right next to already. Behind enemy lines, which you're going to very easily be able to get this turn. And defend objective 2, which happens to be really well, you're next to it also. So, yeah, really good objectives draw there for you. Well done. And with the movement phase concluded, this is what it looks like for the Sisters. The Seraphim have jumped over the Chaos Marines, and they are now going to be scoring behind enemy lines. The Karamazov and the Penitent Engine have continued to make their way down here, possibly hoping to charge this Land Raider, or at least possessed. And over here, the Dominions have moved all the way over here with an act of faith. The Hand of the Emperor. Hand of the Emperor, that's the one. They moved a huge amount over here because they advanced as well.
Yeah, I rolled a 6 on the advance, so they really motored.
Yeah. And the Eleusidian Star Striders, the Rogue Traders, jumped in down here as well in the woods, with Aximilian. The doggo is here as well, taking him for a walk in the woods, as you said. So yeah. Oh, and the Canoness and the Space Pope and the Dominatrix have all moved in over here as well. So very cool. Right. Okay. So psychic phase done. Shooting phase. Let's go. Should just note as well, I did do my prayers as well, and these possessed have currently got a -1 to hit on them, thanks to Corvaric there. Praying for them, so yeah, just thought I'd mention that too. Beginning the shooting phase now with these Seraphim, you did an act of faith on them successfully, didn't
Divine Guidance, +1 to hit.
Excellent, and now they're unloading everything into these Chaos Marines.
Yes.
And somewhat disappointingly, they only killed 2 Chaos Marines, so they're still standing, you might have to charge them. Now,
we're going to do the Exorcist next, returning fire.
I think that Obliterator might be slightly screwed.
Let's find out.
Let's find out how badly.
1 shot.
Okay,
it
then.
might be alright. It's going to hit on 4s because I've degraded. Hits. Wounds.
Okay.
Invulnerable
It is
save,
-4.
It is -4.
But he is in cover, but it's still 5 up either way, so really need this to happen. It does. Okay, that Obliterator surviving that was not ideal, was it?
No.
No.
Not what I wanted.
Now this sister squad is splitting some
so
fire.
we've got a bunch of bolters in here at him, including the Storm Bolter. I've got a couple of bolters that couldn't see him at the Possessed, and the Heavy Bolter also at the Possessed.
Very good. Okay. Want to go ahead and roll it then?
Sure thing. So this is the bolters at the Obliterator. Not bad. 5's the wound. Nothing. 2 bolters at Possessed. No hits because you got a -1.
Yep.
And Heavy Bolter. 1 hit. Doesn't wound.
Okay then. Apparently, the luck of the gods is with me for that one. Splitting fire, it always works.
Always.
Now, this squad is going to do it again.
Yep, so Flamer and Storm, regular Bolter into the Possessed, Plasma Pistol, Multi-Melter, Stompy.
Okay.
So here's the regular Bolter, 2 hits, and 2 wounds.
Very good. 2 3-up saves. Make 1, you've got 1 down to 1 wound.
Okay, the Flamer, 3 hits, of which only 1 wounds.
3 up. No, okay, you've killed the possessed.
Got 1. So that's 2 down in the last squad now, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Plasma Pistol, Stompy. I am overcharging because I'm within range of a cannon to reroll a 1. Reroll a 1. Oh, there you go.
Get.
Classic.
Yeah.
And the Multi-Melter. Didn't move. Reroll a 1 because the cannon S. Still misses. Okay.
Oh dear.
That was competent.
Your shooting phases this game have not been the best, have they, really?
Well, let's make it feel better by firing a crapload of flamers into 3 Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah. Only 2 out of the 3 Chaos Marines killed there, so the las cannon is still alive, and now the rogue traders are going to be opening fire with all their weird esoteric weaponry, which...
Okay, we're going to start first with the Mechanicus guy, Larsen van der Graus,
Okay.
who has a Voltec pistol.
Sounds potentially horrible. I don't know any of this stuff, so...
Well, neither did I until just now. He's hitting on a 4-up. I think he can reroll 1s as well, because standing next to her.
Right.
Doesn't matter, hits. Strength 5. That's very cocked.
Yeah.
It wounds. No AP.
No IP at all. Alright, 2-up save then. Passed it.
Next random.
Okay, it's the rogue trader herself now, shooting with her heirloom pistol, is that it?
Yep. Here we go. 3's to hit. Reroll the 1s because she's standing next to it herself. Okay, never mind.
How many times does that happen now in this game?
Quite a lot.
Alright, what's next then?
I guess it's going to be this squad, and I think, given that there's a las cannon guy there, I think we're just going to fire all of them at him.
Fair enough. Okay, starting with this gentleman's artificer shotgun here.
Okay, so hitting on 3s. Okay.
Oh dear.
Let's do the rotor cannon then. It's heavy 4, so it'll count as having moved because we teleported in.
Yeah, gentleman with the minigun thing here.
So he'll be hitting on 4s now. Pew 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 pew. 2 hits. It's strength 4. So that's just 1 wound. It's -1.
3-up save.
2 damage for what it's worth.
Does save.
Right, and then just some las guns.
And 2 successful wounds inflicted with the las guns, plural. There was more than 1. And there we go. He finally kicks the bucket. Well done, rogue traders. Alright, we almost forgot Karamazov, but no, he's going to be firing at that obliterator over there.
Yep.
Troublesome fellow.
Okay, so here we go. Hitting on 4s because I made advanced. Reroll. Missed.
Phew! That obliterator wipes sweat off his brow, if that was physically possible anyway. And now that is the end of your shooting now, isn't it? So
You don't have a charge phase.
charging time! Space Pope! Get hype! Right, these Seraphim have charged into these Chaos Marines quite easily, suffering no casualties in Overwatch at all. And now, the Penitent Engine attempting to charge this Land Raider.
Yes.
Mini Overwatch. Well, some Overwatch. Heavy Bolters. Nothing at all.
Good.
And then the las cannons. Could conceivably kill this thing if I get very lucky.
It does only have 2 wounds left.
We get 1 hit.
That's bad times.
Wound on a 3. Which one was it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to watch that back in slow mo. Okay, after reviewing the instant replay there, it was this 2, I think, here. So command point.
Damn it!
Yes.
I said the Emperor protects and everything.
Yeah, you did.
Cheating.
I wasn't going to, and then you said that, and I was like, you filthy loyalist scum. Right.
Wounds.
No.
How much damage? Here comes the 1.
No save.
It's a 1!
It's the 1!
The
right.
Emperor does protect. 5 up to ignore it. No, down to 1 wound.
It's the Emperor spiting my my attempts at fixing the dice there.
Yep. That's what you get for command point rerolls.
Apparently so. Alright, do you make the charge then?
That's a good question. I think I need 10 or something like that. Or it might have been less. We'll measure it again in a minute. Ooh. Definitely not 7.
I don't think 7's going to do it, no. Well, you didn't die.
I didn't die, just. And then finally over here we're going to have the 3 characters charging in to the Possessed.
Space Pope! We overwatch you with harsh language.
They're going to automatically be in. I'll just roll for the canvas.
Yep. There we go.
She's in.
Lovely. Okay, then kicking off the fight phase, I did check to see if I could heroically intervene. Sadly, I cannot. So we're starting off with the Canoness.
Right, so at the start of the fight phase, first of all I'm going to use the Passion.
Yes, Acts of Faith.
So on a 5 up, she gets to fight twice. No.
So in she goes, swinging her Eviscerator.
Okay, so it's hitting on 3s because it's a -1, and she gets an attack because she's standing into a priest.
Ah, there you go.
Corin's shouting in her ear, going, "Go on."
Space Pope compels
Kill him.
you. So 5 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Rerolling the 1s because she's a Canoness. That was good.
That's very good.
5 hits. She's up to strength 6 now with the Eviscerator, so 3's the wound.
Mm-hmm.
All wound.
Ooh.
Minus loads.
She is
-4, I think. So
angry.
you've got onto your invulnerable saves.
She really wants to kill some heretics. Alright, 5 up demonic saves. For the record, better than your Shield of Faith saves.
We'll see.
Yeah, just saying, Dark God, slightly more powerful than your false Emperor. Okay, we saved 2, 3 of them.
Okay, well, fair enough.
2 go through.
Right, D3 damage. So first one, 2. Second one, 1.
Okay, so I think what you've done there is
1 and a bit.
Yeah, 1 and a bit. Okay, it's Space Pope next. I'm not going to interrupt. I've got 3 CP left. I want to spend 2 of those, though, on Endless Cacophony for my lone sneaky obliterator. So, go forth and attack. It's
Okay.
Space Pope now, right?
Yep. So he's got 3 attacks, but he's got an extra one because he's got a chainsaw, inverted commas, and he's got an extra one because he's shouting war hymns at himself.
Yeah, he's got a chainsaw that's cunningly shaped like a mace. It's brilliant stuff.
So he's hitting on 4s though. That's 3 hits.
Very good.
He's only strength 3, so 5's the wound. Just the 1 wound.
Just the 1. Any AP?
Nope, it's a chainsaw.
Oh, of course it is, yeah. I keep getting fooled by the big mace.
No. Just for show.
He's got a big mace too. His is significantly nastier though. Right. Yeah, that's saved. Alright, it's the Mistress of Repentance next, the dominatrix over there.
Yep, so because of Missionary Corin there, she's getting extra attack, so 4 attacks hitting on 3s, reroll 1s because of the Canoness Talara. There we go. Strength 3, so 5's the wound. 2 wounds, that's pretty good. They're -2 AP.
Oh, 5 ups then. 1 saved, 1 failed.
Okay, that kills off that last dude then. Well, not last dude, but the wounded one.
Yes. Over here now to the Seraphim, trying to smack these last 2 Chaos Marines to death. And unfortunately they failed again to kill any Chaos Marines, even with the Power Sword. It's toughness 3, strength 3 versus toughness 4 is rough. So, and on the bright side, the Marines fought back and didn't kill anything at all either. So, big old stalemate basically. So now we move over to the Possessed. And we're going to roll D3 to see how many attacks the unit gets. It's the big 3. Alright, so this is how it's going down. These 3 Possessed here are attacking the Canoness. And the chap with the wings there, he's going to be attacking the Space Pope. So, first against the Canoness, it'd be nice to get Warlord here. So, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s thanks to the Chaos Lord. Re-roll that 1. Okay, didn't convert, never mind. And this is strength 6 now, so wounds on 2s. Couple of 1s. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 up invulnerable saves.
5?
Yes.
Easy. Yeah, pass them all.
There you go. 3 up invulns. Chaos don't get those for some reason.
The Mantle of Ophelia.
Yeah, and now the winged chap on the Space Pope. Re-roll that 1. Oh dear. 1 goes through, wounds on a 2. It does wound.
He's got a 4 up and vulnerable because he has a Rosarius.
Yes.
Which failed.
Okay, I believe that's just 1 damage.
Okay.
I can double check it, but I think it's 1.
Oh, he's got 3.
Before you say in the comments, yes, I forgot Death of the False Emperor. I went back and checked. There were 2 Death of the False Emperors, and they've wounded successfully. So, 2 saves on the Canoness.
Failed 1.
Failed 1. She takes a wound.
Okay.
It's only 1 damage on these possessed. They're not very good. Okay, so that is the end of the fight phase, is it not?
Correct.
Yes. Morale, the possessed are fine, I think, considering they're within 9 inches of the chaplain. I think the chaplain, Dark Apostle, whatever we're calling him. And nobody died over there. So, and this squad was wiped out here. So yeah.
2 in shooting, but that's not enough for morale, is it, for them?
Well, this was a squad of 3.
No, I mean the Chaos Marines over there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's true. Yeah, yeah. The champion's still alive, so it's not enough.
What's that the answer? Whatever.
Right. Okay. So basically,
Who cares? It's all good.
objectives. Objectives wise, pretty good stuff. You got behind enemy lines. You got secure objective 4, and defend objective 2 is being worked on currently. I might have to do something about that.
Behind enemy lines, I've got 3 or more units.
You have actually, as it turns out, thanks to the deep striking in the.
I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units technically.
More than enough.
All, yeah.
Stop showing off.
Never mind.
Ah. Well, it's 5 points to 3 in favour of the Adeptus Sororitas right now, the Sisters of Battle. So I needed a good draw, and I got a pretty good one. Big Game Hunter. If I kill that Exorcist, I can get that. Assassinate, kill a character. I happen to be in combat with a bunch of them. And defend objective 1. That's interesting. Might be able to get it, might not. Alright, that's the end of the movement phase for the Word Bearers. I had to do some thinking there, I really did. These Chaos Marines have run off into the woods to get cover saves, falling back out of combat again. This Land Raider has shunted straight forward into the side of this building to grab objective 1 and hopefully defend it. This will need to be dealt with, however. Elsewhere, everybody up here can shoot now, which is great. And I have a little plan going on over here. It involves some smiting and some charging and stuff like that. And Stompy, incidentally, he has turned around. He's bored with trying to deal with that rhino. He's coming back around here to squish some rogue traders. At least that's the idea. Meanwhile, over here, not a lot's changed really. The Great Possessor's moved around the side to try and get stuck into one of these characters, but Tal Ezra, the Chaos Lord, has not, because I can't get him round to fight here without him then being exposed to multi-melter fire in the subsequent turn, and I don't want my Chaos Lord killed by multi-melter fire. That would be really, really stupid. So, and for those of you who by this point may or may not have watched the 3rd campaign battle report I did with Winters with my Word Bearers, you'll know that losing characters in embarrassing ways is a thing that I it may have occurred in the past, and I'd like to avoid it going forward. So, I shall say no more than that. But that's how things stand, basically, at the end of the turn. I still don't feel very confident about this, I have to be honest. But my Dark Apostle, kind of want him to stay there so I can put a -1 to hit on this this tank. So yeah. Okay, time to begin the psychic phase over here. Master of Possession, smiting these dominions. That does go off on a 7. So that is D3 mortal wounds for 1.
Okay, I'll take that.
Not what I was hoping for. And then he'll cast Cursed Earth, because Stompy. And that'll be on a 7. 7, yep. We get it. So Stompy's now got a 4+ invulnerable save. Now Lachesis, he's going to smite again on a 6 this time, because match play rules. She does get D3 for 2.
Okay.
1, 2. And he's going to cast Prescience on the Land Raider over here. She does
Yep.
get 1A9. Beautiful. Alright, so let's pop this little psychic token on it. Psychic phase done and dusted. I was hoping for basically 2 really good smites there, but that's more than you really could normally hope for, so that's fine. Now into the shooting. Alright, starting with the Obliterator, because he's an easy choice. Let's roll for his guns. Flesh metal weapons. So the strength is 6 plus D3. 9. Very good.
Oh dear.
AP is -1,
Okay.
and the damage is 3.
Well, that's bad.
Very good. Well, unsurprisingly, he's going to be shooting at the Exorcist.
Is he now?
6 shots, hitting on 3s. He fails with 2 of those.
Perfectly statistic.
Yes. And,
3.
yeah, 3s to wound.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, only 2 wounds.
Okay. It's -1, so 4s. It's 3 damage, wasn't it?
Yep, he takes 6.
I'm gonna have to...
Command point!
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. Command point.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Down to 1 wound.
Damn it all! Alright then, well. Let's go elsewhere. Endless Cacophony will be happening, just not yet. I think it has to be the end of the shooting phase anyway, so.
Yep.
I successfully managed to remember that I have pistols on my characters, so the Dark Apostle, the Lachesis, and the Master Possession all opened fire with their bolt pistols and killed another Dominion. Meanwhile, over here, Land Raider. Heavy Bolter is firing into that squad of 3 sisters up there. I'd like to get rid of that Multi-Melter and Flamer if I can. Meanwhile, all the las cannons are shooting that Penitent Engine that's on a single wound remaining. So, Heavy Bolters first against those sisters. Yikes. I'm going to just quickly check if I'm in 6 inches of Tal'Ezra. Okay, I've just been reminded that that was a 5, I've knocked it. I do have prescience on this thing, so those two do hit, and I am within 6 of Tal'Ezra, so... Bosh, there we go. That's a bit more like it. Now, there's a wound on 3s. And that's 3 wounds at -1.
Okay. 4 ups then. Failed 1.
Okay. Who's going to die then?
The Flamer.
Flamer dies, alright. Now the las cannons against that Penitent Engine. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. 3 wounds. And you've got 4, 9, 10, 11 5-ups.
Right.
Stranger things have happened.
Watch this. No.
No, okay. Penitent Engine is gone. Alright, slight tactical blunder there. For those of you watching at home, you may have spotted it already, but what I should have done there is fired with this squad and this rocket launcher and tried to plink off that last wound with the rocket launcher. Because if I'd done that, I would now have a fresh, ready Land Raider who could shoot Karamazov in the face with 4 las cannons. Unfortunately, that's not how it went down. So now we're moving over to this squad, which is the last thing I have to shoot. And basically, all of the bolt guns are shooting at these 2 Dominions. The missile launcher is going to fire a frag missile at those 2 sisters over there. Bolt guns did their work there. The Dominions have been killed only just. You just failed the 2 saves needed to kill them. And now the frag missile at those 2 sisters. 2 sisters. 4 shots. Hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. 3 wounds. AP, absolutely nothing.
Passed all the saves.
Brilliant. Alright. That now brings us to the charge phase. We almost forgot. I forgot. Dan remembered. This guy. I was going to Endless Cacophony him and I almost forgot. So, we're doing it. And he's going to fire at the Exorcist. That was the one. I keep wanting to say Executioner for some reason. That's not it at all. That's Lehman Rust tank. So, 6 shots using the same previous profile. So, AP, wow, is it strength 9, AP -1, damage 3. So,
Correct.
hitting on 3s. So, 5 hits. Wounding on 3s. Everything wounds.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 4-ups. Yeah, I made them all.
You go. 2 command points well spent there. Not really. Charge phase. Great possessed. It's gone around here. It's going to try and kill that canoness and get me slay the warlord, hopefully. Meanwhile, over here, we now have Stompy charging into this squad, which includes Doggo and the Rogue Trader herself and the medic person.
Yep.
So he's made it in, unsurprisingly. He rolled a 4, but that was still enough. And now Stompy. He needs a 7 to get into all of them.
That'll do it.
That will do it. So in he goes. Like, out of the way, trees.
Nom, 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 nom.
Stompy's coming through. There we go.
Can you make tree jam? Give it a go.
Yeah, it's a bit chewy. So that's him into them. You can now Overwatch if you like. No damage done on Overwatch. So now Master of Possession and Lachesis are going into the front squad there. So Master of Possession, 3 inches.
It'll do.
That'll just about do. And Lachesis definitely in. So I'm going to kick off the fight phase over here with Lachesis the Sorcerer. Basically, Stompy now back up to full wounds because he has been regenerating at the start of every turn. I don't know if we've remembered to film it all the time, but he has been steadily regenerating wounds, so he's back up to full health. He doesn't have too much to fear from these guys, so I'm going to start with one of the characters because a potential interrupt might be on the way. So, Lachesis is going to go first, hitting on 3s with his Force Axe. 3 attacks, hits every time, and this is Strength 6? Or is it 5? No, it's Strength 5. 3's to wound. Okay, it's 2 wounds. AP minus 2.
Okay, on these guys.
Yes.
They currently all have a 5 up invulnerable save because of his Voltergeist field.
Okay.
So let's do that. Nope. That's 2 dead randoms.
Okie dokie. So, are you now interrupting?
Yes. I'm going to spend my last 2 command points to interrupt with the Canoness.
Dun dun dun.
He's going to turn around and beat the crap out of that Greater Possessed, is the plan.
I completely forgot about him. Probably should have gone with him first. Never mind. Right, go for it.
I thought you were trying to be clever.
No, I really wasn't.
Right, so 5 attacks because the priest's still alive. Here we go. That misses, but the rest of them hit.
He's toughness 5.
Okay, so 3's to wound, strength 6 because of the Eviscerator. Ooh, disappointment. 2 wounds, it's minus 4 or something, so invulnerable saves.
Yep. No.
Nice. So 2d3 damage. 4.
He's not quite dead.
Ooh.
Okay, well I got lucky there. That was a bit of a schoolboy error, really. Whoops, I've made a few of those in this game. Right, so now we're going to go to this Master of Possession here. Once again, another 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Hits with everything. And he's got a Force Stave thing, so I believe he's strength
Wounding on 2s,
6.
yeah.
So yeah, wounding on 2s with the Force Stave.
Ow.
3 hits. You're invuln.
Failed them all.
Wow, okay.
Right. So the smart thing to do would be to take these 3 off,
Yes.
but we're going to take those 3 off.
We have to leave the goodest boy in the
Because you
galaxy
can't
alive.
kill Aximilian.
Alright. So, now I'm going to go fight with that Greater Possessed, I think. Can you take this Canoness's head, finally? Honestly, I'm betting possibly not. I think the Emperor's got plans for her, but let's find out. 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling any 1s. There we go.
Ow.
That's the full 5. That's a strength 6, so wounded on 2s.
Bad times.
4 wounds, 4 3 up invulnerable saves.
Bosh. Oh, failed 1.
No, you failed 1, so do 3 damage. 3.
Oh dear, she's got 1 wound left.
So they've maimed the crap out of each other, but they're both still just clinging on to life. I like it. Now, moving swiftly back over to here, where I think Stompy's going to try and divvy up his attacks somehow. Alright, so I was thinking about Demon Forging with Stompy this turn. I'm not going to in the end, though, because I feel like maybe he should be able to smack these 2 characters without it. I hope. He's very, very whiffable as Stompy. He can sometimes do amazing things, and sometimes he's absolutely useless. And Demon Forge helps with that a bit, but I'm really sorely tempted to keep that last command point in my pocket because it could be either Demon Forge later, or it could be a Demon Shell, and Demon Shells are really freaking good. So yeah, I'm not going to do it. What I am going to do though is I'm going to do 4 attacks with his fists into Elusia?
Yes.
Finally got it. Plus one of the lasher tendrils as well. So here's the 4 fist attacks, hitting on 4s. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have worried. Winning on 2s.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
She's got a 4 up and vulnerable save, which she failed, so that's
3 damage.
3 wounds. I think she's got 1 left.
And now the 1 lone lasher tendril hits on 4. Which misses, yeah. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Alright, well, the 5 remaining lash tendrils at the plastic surgeon over there. 2 hits. Oh, come back here. 2 wounds. And minus... Yeah, whatever. You've got it in bomb, haven't you?
Nope. It's 2 damage each, right?
Yes.
So I think she's dead.
Yeah, we killed a plastic surgeon. Well done, Stompy. Well done. You... Never mind. I need to kill a character this turn.
You just did.
I just did.
Yeah.
So that's that out of the way. I don't need to worry so much now. But we're not quite finished yet, because over here I still have my Possess to attack with. So we need to roll a d3 for their attacks. It's a 1.
Yay!
1 attack each.
The Emperor protects.
Is it time for me to use that one last command point? Perhaps it was destiny. Let's find out. Yes, it was. 3.
Damn it.
Okay, so my original plan was to put everything except for Wing Guy into the Canoness and the Wing Guy into the Space Pope. However, Dan has pointed out that if I got lucky enough right now, I could get D3 victory points for Assassinate if I kill 2 more characters. So I've decided, what the hell, why not? So basically half their attacks are going into the Space Pope, half of them are going into the Canoness. If I'm mega lucky, I can kill both and get D3 victory points. So let's find out. Space Pope first. Hitting on 3s, I think. Rerolling 1s from Tal Ezra. So now wounding, strength 6, so wounding on 2s. 4 wounds on Space Pope.
4 up and vulnerable. No!
Well, oh yeah, no, there we go. That was just what I needed. Space Pope is dead.
Corin, no!
So, finally, now everything, the rest of it, another 6 attacks on the Canoness. Does the Emperor protect? Let's find out. 3+ to hit, rerolling 1s. Roll those 2 1s. Oh dear.
The Emperor protects. The Emperor protects. The Emperor
Wounding on 2s. 3 wounds. 3 up invulnerable saves.
The Emperor protects. Yeah, he does.
Yep. Okay, well there it is.
Not this day.
I killed the Space Pope. I mean, that's alright, I suppose, but yeah, that's not what I was after. Damn it. Alright then. That concludes
I've got to fight back now.
my fight phase. And you've got
Cheating.
to you've already fought with the Canoness.
This is true.
So you can fight with the Mistress.
Yep. And some stuff over here.
And these guys. Where do you want to start?
Let's go with the Mistress of Repentance. Down to 3 attacks now because the her priest friend is dead.
Okay.
Just having a nice chat, but reroll the ones because the Canoness will hit. And 5's the wound. 1 wound, -2.
5 up. Nope.
Cool. Takes a wound.
Well, Elusia and Aximilian here tried their best, but they didn't get any wounds on a Stompy at all. And unfortunately now, Aximilian is going to be running away because the rest of his squad is gone.
Yep.
He lost 5 models, his leadership's 5. So basically...
2 Aximilians run away.
The Keesis conjures out of warp stuff like a little tennis ball and just chucks it. And he runs off after it, so there you go. Alright, that brings us to the end of the turn. Yes, it does. I don't believe I have any morale to do. No, don't think so. Looking around. No. So that's
Cool.
it. That's it. That's Wordbearer's turn 3 in the
Points.
bag. Points, objectives and things. So in the end I got Assassinate for 1 point. Not the D3 I was hoping for. Didn't get Big Game Hunter because my wonderful Obliterator whiffed like a champion. And Defend Objective 1, I'm halfway to doing that. So, I'm going to... Well, that's going. And I'm not going to discard either of these because I think I can still get them. I reckon. If you don't kill my obliterator next turn. Anyway. Oh, now that I think about it. Oh dear. No, I could probably kill that rhino. I think that would count, wouldn't it? 10 or more wounds. Yeah. Alright, I'll keep that. I'm not going to discard anything. So let's go over to the sisters' turn 4. Alright, here's the sisters' objectives. You scored defend objective 2 at the end of that turn as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, at the beginning of this turn, however you want to phrase it, but that now brings you up to 7 points versus my 4, so you're running away with the points here, which is concerning. But your new objectives are Big Game Hunter, Secure Objective 6, and Hold the Line. All potentially doable. I mean, I don't know about Big Game Hunter, that's going to be a tricky one.
Yeah.
But Secure Objective 6 is well within your side of the table, and within reach of, I think, Inquisitor Karamazov. And Hold the Line, basically just kill my Obliterator. And that's yours as well. So, let's go to the movement. Adaptus Sororitas. Movement phase, turn 4, is completed. Tell me what's happened.
I did some stuff.
You did. These Seraphim.
They've moved so that they are in range to all still fire at the Chaos Marines, but they're heading towards the objective to grow it next turn is the plan.
Right.
These sisters are kind of convoyed out this way, actually. That's disappointing. They're not within 12 of the edge. Never mind. So they're going to do things there.
Yeah, you've given up basically on the idea of taking Objective 6 this turn. That's a problem.
Apparently I'm giving up on the idea of Hold the Line this turn as well, because I didn't move another unit back into my deployment zone. But yeah, whatever.
Right.
But the Rhino's back here, and they've stayed stationary because the Melter's in range of the big tank.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a couple of shuffling characters over there to try and do some damage to that sorcerer.
Yeah, the assassin and the tech priest fellow have moved over here to have a deal with these two characters over there.
And
which is good
Alicia has run away.
She's tactically withdrawn behind that tree there.
And most notably, Karamazov has moved up to finally charge something.
Yes, Inquisitor Karamazov in his big angry chair has stomped over here to, charge the Land Raider. Psychic phase done. Shooting phase, we're beginning with these sisters here.
Okay.
Very awkward to film from here, but hey.
Sorry.
These sisters here shooting at the Obliterator, hoping to get lucky, basically.
So this is all the bolt guns, some of them in rapid fire, some of them not. That's pretty good. And then 5's to wound.
Indeed.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 2-up saves. 1 fails.
Down to 1 wound.
Irritating.
Heavy bolter. Hit on 4's to move. 2 hits. 1 wound.
And a 2-up save because cover. Saves.
Okay, plasma pistol. Not overcharging. Missed.
Alright, Executioner's shooting him now. He didn't want to have to do this, but...
Exorcist.
Exorcist even, yep. I've got you saying
with 6 shots.
Okay, oof. Okay.
Hitting on 5 because I'm on 1 wound left. 3 hits. 3's the wound. 3 wounds. Minus loads.
Okay. 3 5-ups or we're toast. We're toast.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye indeed. Now the Seraphim attempting to kill these Chaos Marines for the umpteenth time. And they finally got them with the Flamers and just managed to fail 2 2-up saves. Damn it. Now we come over here to these two sisters who are shooting everything at the Land Raider. They already fired a bolt gun. All 2 of their guns. Yep. Already fired the bolt gun at the Land Raider, didn't do anything. Now it's the multi-melter.
Yep, so I'm hitting on 4s because you prayed hard.
I did indeed.
That's a 3, disappointingly.
Yeah, you see?
Sad times.
Faith is rewarded sometimes. Okay, now over here with these dueling characters. We're starting with the tech priest fella.
Van der Graus.
With his...
Reroll the 1 because standing near...
Special pistol
face.
thing.
That's a miss.
Okay, that's a miss. And does the assassin have something?
Yes, she has. She's going to spit at you. She has a dart mask. Shoots darts out of her face. So we'll give that a go. Hitting on 4s. Hits.
Who are you shooting at?
The sorcerer.
Ah, okay.
Wounds on a 2-up, unless you're a Titanic or a vehicle, which I'm pretty sure you're not.
No, I'm not.
There we go, and it's -1 AP.
Alright, 4-up save. Loves it.
Boom.
He saw it coming, did Lucullus. He was like, he knew it was coming. He just moved his head out of the way at just the right second. That's what I like to think, anyway. Maybe just bent down to pick something up. That tennis ball from earlier, perhaps. Anyway, is that the lot?
The only thing left to shoot is old Karamazov there.
Yes, angry chair.
Yep. He didn't advance this time, so he would be hitting on 3s, except for the fact that you prayed hard, so he's still hitting on 4s.
Lovely.
Hits.
Wound on a 4.
Wounds.
Does wound.
AP -4.
Indeed. Right, 6 up. Nope.
And he's definitely in multi-level terrain.
Oh, yeah.
So, 5 wounds.
Ouch.
That should be a good chunk here.
The charge phase beginneth. Angry chair, Land Raider. I am going to overwatch you. First with the heavy bolters. No hits.
Good.
And now with the las cannons. No hits.
Extra
Ooh,
good.
I can reroll that one though. Because of
Uh-oh.
and it is a hit. And I probably rolled some other ones there. Hold on. I did roll one with that heavy bolter. Doesn't hit. I'm just thinking back now to my previous fight phase and thinking to myself, I think I forgot a whole ton of Death to the False Emperors. I hate that rule. I hate it so much. Right. So, his toughness is...
His toughness 5.
Right, so what's a wound on a 3? It does.
Yep, that was the last cannon, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, he's got a 4 up and vulnerable save.
Actually.
Saved.
Saved. Alright. My hopes were dashed.
Good.
And, yeah. Yeah, he's pretty much in. Whatever you roll there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But that is exactly where he wants to be, within 3 of that objective.
Indeed. Denied. Alright, so. Any other charges?
Yes, these 2 are going to charge him.
Very good. He will overwatch you with his mighty bolt pistol.
Larson, what's his face, is going in first, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, missed anyway.
Yeah, he's in. Oh, and look, she's in as well.
Hey!
That was a pointless 12-inch charge.
They're both ganging up on the sorcerer.
I suspect you probably can heroically intervene if you like.
That's precisely what I intend to do. There we
But
go.
they're all going to attack the sorcerer anyway, so it doesn't really matter for me.
Righto. Okay. So, fight phase. Where do you want to start?
Okay, so at the start of the fight phase, I'm going to use my last
Faith point.
faith point.
Aha.
on the act of faith, the passion, on the canoness to try and allow her to fight twice.
Aximilian's outside barking, apparently. Ignore that.
He agrees with this decision. 5 up. No.
No. Alright, with that act of faith thingy out of the way, Karamazov is going to start.
Okay, so he gets 4 attacks as standard.
Mm-hmm.
He also has 2 additional attacks that are done with the Throne of Judgment stomping feet.
Okay.
So he hits on 3s. I'll do the feet first. They're all at strength 5, so we wounded on 5s. Yeah, so hit on 3s with the feet. Rerolling because you're chaos. Nope. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling because you're chaos. That's 1 wound.
Alright.
It's AP minus nothing, but it is 2 damage.
Save.
Shame. Then the Mastercrafted Power Sword. So, again, hit on 3s. All hit.
Wow.
Nice. Wounding on 5s, though. Rerolling because you're chaos.
Indeed.
Nothing.
Oh dear.
Disappointment.
Well, you didn't damage it, but you did deny the objective, and that's probably the more important thing by far. So, now we move over to here, to this little duel.
A duel.
Yeah, I'll move this tree out of the way. There we go. Now we can see what we're doing. Tech Priest to start with.
2 attacks, both miss. Reroll the 1s because of the Rogue Trader. That's 1 hit. And no wounds.
Okay. And the Assassin.
Right, so she's a little bit better.
I would have thought
She's
so.
got 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. She's using a Death Cult Power Blade.
Nice.
She can reroll all hits because she's a Zealot on the turn she charges. Which is nice, so reroll them too. Okay, so we've got 3 hits total. She's strength 4, so 4's to wound. 2 wounds. It's -2 on that.
Alright, 5 ups. No.
Cool. It's just 1 damage though, so
Right, that leaves him on
2 wounds left.
2 wounds left, yeah. And now we move on to the first unit that didn't charge, starting with the player whose turn it is, so on and so forth. So the Canoness.
Canoness Talyra Stone is going to be an absolute boss, and she's going to kill everyone that she's standing next to.
Okay.
She's going to put 1 attack on the Greater Possessed,
Right.
and 3 attacks on the Possessed, and if you can do mathematics, you'll know it's exactly enough to kill all of them.
Okay, then.
And
Right.
that's what's going to happen. So here's the ones on the regular Possessed. Damn. 2 hits. Can't reroll that.
It was worth a try.
2 wounds though, minus loads, so invulnerable saves.
Which are currently 5-ups.
Boom.
For the Dark Gods!
Clearly cheating. Right, and then the big one. Hits.
That's 5.
Ah! Doesn't wound.
The light of the Emperor
no.
is fading, my friend.
Oh no.
Okay, time to fight back. I think it's going to be the Great Possessed. He's going to take your head. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling that 1. And wounding on 2s. 4 3-up invulnerable saves. You've done it before.
The Emperor protects. Not like that, he doesn't.
Holy crap. Zinch turned on you there with a vengeance. Good grief.
She's dead. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hold her up to the camera. She deserves it. There you go.
Bye bye.
Focus camera. There we go. She's awesome.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. And the remainder of the combats were resolved thusly. The possessed attacked the... Well, no, she attacked the possessed, this mistress here. She killed one of them, and the possessed attacked back and killed nothing. They didn't kill her. They got 1 for their attack roll, and just it was disaster. So, let's go over to the objectives. And as far as the objectives are concerned, you didn't score anything, did you?
No.
Nothing at all. So you're still
Although
on...
2 of them are very achievable next turn.
Yes, definitely, especially that one, for example.
Yeah. So we're still on 7, I think.
Yeah, still on 7 to my 4. I need to catch up. Alright, so here are the objectives for the Word Bearers in turn 4. Still got Defend Objective 1 and Big Game Hunter. Kind of achievable and at the same time but kind of annoying, because I don't have a lot of guns that can shoot either the enemy Rhino or the Exorcist right now. And Defend Objective 1, again, I could get it. It's going to take me another 2 turns now, which is very annoying. I got Supremacy as my 3rd one, and it's maybe doable. Maybe? It relies on a lot of stuff going right. Well, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. It's not a dead cert, is what I'm saying, so we'll find out. Right, this is what the Word Bearers look like post turn 4 movement phase. Stompy has stomped over here to grab Objective 3. And all of the characters around here are yelling at him, stay, don't charge, Stompy, don't charge. We need you to stay there.
Somewhere Maximilian stands still.
Yes. Meanwhile, over here, I probably should have moved my possessed out of combat with her to ensure that I get Objective 1 here. But in fact, that's actually a really good idea now that I think about it. How many wounds has he got?
He has something like 8 or 7 or something.
And he's toughness
6.
Okay. One moment. Right, small revision. Basically, what I've decided to do is move Korvarik up here instead. I left him standing around there and then realised that there was actually no point, because he's supposed to be praying for this thing, and with his 9-inch aura, he can get over here and do all sorts of stuff. It's not a problem. So that's what he's going to do. He's brought his happy nurgling friends with him, and these 2 are going to try and charge in here and take care of Karamazov. That's the idea anyway. So I've left the possessed over here to deal with her, hopefully. And yeah, I have a good feeling about this, I want to say. Let's crack on with it. So, Psychic Phase. Lucius is going to smite the assassin, because she's kind of nasty. He does. D3 mortal wounds. For 3.
Ow. I'm not sure if she's got 3 or 4 wounds, I'll just check.
Okay, she actually had 2 wounds, so she's super dead. He's also going to cast Prescience on this squad of Chaos Marines up here. on a 7.
Yep.
Yes. Now the Master of Possession is going to cast Cursed Earth to try and give Stompy a little invuln boost. So needing a 7. Yes.
Yep.
And he's going to smite
Okay.
your Tech Priest gentleman here. So needing a 6 this time. Yes. D3 mortal wounds.
I
3.
think he's dead as well.
Alright. That leaves me free to deal with her. The shooting phase has now begun. Korvarik missed Karamazov with his pistol from that range. Well done, Korvarik. Moving over here, these two are going to fire their bolt pistols at Alucia, and she's only got 1 wound left, so we might as well do this on camera. So they hit on 3s, so one of them hits. And no wound. I have to go chop your head off with my axe instead then or something. Okay, more shooting. Really the only shooting. Tal Ezra has a combi melter. He's going to fire it at Karamazov. Hitting on a 2, re-rolling 1s. Hits. Strength 8, toughness
5.
3 to wound. It wounds.
4 vulnerable save. Yep.
Bossed it. Okay, and then this...
Oh, my watch.
This squad of Chaos Marines here. I need to decide what I'm shooting with them. Okay, so in the interests of trying to get this Supremacy Gambit to actually work, what's going to happen is these Chaos Marines with bolters, not including the bolt pistol guy actually, might need to check and see what he's in range of. But these 3 bolt guns here, who haven't moved, so bolter discipline's a thing, they're going to shoot those sisters over there. The missile launcher is going to shoot Karamazov because he can. And yeah, basically I want to try and soften up this guy because I'm not necessarily confident these two could take him out. They probably should be able to, but you never know when you're going to whiff. And over here, with these 2 sisters, if I can take them out without having to get the Great Possessor to try and kill them, he probably would, but again, it would just ensure that he grabs objective 4 there at the end of the turn, without having to do anything. So, first off, let's do the missile launcher at Karamazov, hitting on a 3+. Hits, wounds on a 3, it does wound.
4 vulnerable. Yes.
Alright, now the rest of you. Okay, the champion with his bolt pistol, the only viable target he has is Alucia down there. So, hitting on a 3. He hits. Wounding on a 3. No. She cannot be wounded with shooting, apparently.
Apparently.
And now the other Marines, bolt discipline, rapid firing at those sisters over there. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Everything wounds. 4 wounds. 4 saves.
1 dies.
1 dies. That makes the Great Possessed job almost guaranteed.
I'll keep the multi-melter.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Just in case.
Okay, and that brings me to the end of my shooting as far as I can tell. So, alright then. Charge phase it is. Let's start with... Of these 2, Tal Ezra will eat the Overwatch because he's got more wounds. So, actually, no.
I think
no.
you've just figured out what I was going to do
Yeah.
if I were you.
The Nurglings are going to eat the Overwatch.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, the Brothers Grimm here. Alright,
Cheeky bugger.
do you hit with your multi-belt?
No.
No, you don't.
Do you roll more than a...
Whatever's needed to get round the side there. Oh no, okay. They're not feeling very brave, quite understandably.
Teacher.
Alright, so Tal Ezra will have a go then.
I'm going with that. But
4, 5, yeah.
no, he doesn't get melted in the face.
So when he goes, Korvarik himself, yes. Though, rather crucially, his Nurglings have been left behind.
Whoops.
That's irritating from a prayer's perspective, but whatevs. It does mean, though, that the chances of me killing Karamazov are significantly higher now, which means that I should be able to hopefully get... I mean, the thing is, there's no way to make this work so that I just have it with 2 models in range. It's going to be I have to kill him, basically. I have to kill him, otherwise we're not getting supremacy. So in the meantime, over on this side, Master of Possession will eat the Overwatch on this one. Alright, Master of Possession makes it in with no wounds taken, and Lachesis is wisely staying back there, because he knows that she can do something nasty and also...
Concealed archaeotech weapon.
Yeah, she has a special thing that can do nasty things. So, elsewhere though, the final charge we have is the Great Possessed into her. He's pretty much guaranteed to be in, but does she hit him with that multi-meller?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't wound.
Brilliant!
Oh,
Okay.
that's so disappointing.
Dark Gods were toying with me there. They like trying to give me heart
Why do you
attacks.
do this, Emperor? Why do you do this?
Alright, so let's start with him, I suppose. 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s. 4 hits. Wounding on 2s. 4 wounds. AP -2.
Dead.
Dead. Objective 4 is secured. Part 1 of the plan has been complete. Well, part 2 actually, because part 1 was Stompy grabbing number 3.
Part 1 was Stompy not charging.
Yes. And now we move on to part 3 of the plan.
Can I interrupt and do the start of the fight phase thing? That was
Absolutely, go for it.
Ordinarily, I would have done it, but we were filming and... Concealed archaeotech weapons. Once per battle, she can do a thing. On a 4-up, it does a mortal wound to someone within an inch of her. So 4-up. No. When I say 1, I mean D3, but doesn't matter because it's a 1.
Could have potentially killed Lachesis if it had gone off, so that's why he stayed out of that. Meanwhile, then, the main event, I suppose. This little thing going on over here. So, I think we'll start with Tal Ezra. He's got 4 attacks with his Thunderhammer. Hit on 3s, rerolling 1s. There's a 2 class. Strength 8, toughness less than 8, so 3s to wound. He wounds all 3 times.
Okay.
3 4-ups.
4-up and vulnerable saves. Passed 2, failed 1.
3 damage.
3 damage. He's got 5 left.
Ugh. Don't think I might not manage this, to be honest.
I hope not.
Alright, let's call Varric next with the Cursed Crozius Relic. And let me go check what it does. Okay, pretty nasty weapon this, especially if you're using it against Imperium. But unfortunately, he does only get 3 attacks because Dark Apostles just get 3 attacks, which is pathetic, but hey. So, he's going to hit on 2s, rerolling any 1s. Not required. Now he's going to wound on 3s, rerolling any fails because he's targeting an Imperium unit. And Karamazov is about as Imperium as it gets, as Dan pointed out off camera.
Yep.
So yeah, that's 3 wounds.
4-up and vulnerable saves then.
Yep.
2 go through.
2 go through.
What's the damage?
3 damage each.
That's really bad because he only had 5 wounds left.
Indeed.
That means he's dead.
Does he explode or anything?
Sadly, he does not explode.
Damn, that's kind of a shame, really.
I'm very disappointed.
Alright. Well, dealt with. Objective 1 secured. Now we go to the first unit that didn't charge, which is these possessed here.
Wait, you've still got them.
Oh wait, yeah, we got this, haven't we? Alright, fine. Master of Possession, 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. 2 hits, wounding on 2s with his staff. 2 wounds.
4 from vulnerables. She's dead.
Okay, goodbye. And now the possessed. So, D3 fighting, what was the name? The Mistress of something?
Mistress of Repentance.
Gotcha. Right, so they get D3 attacks each for the unit. 3 this time. Very good. Okay, they're actually woken up this turn. Oh. Right, drop dice don't count. Hitting on 3s. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. Now, wounding on 3s, because they're no longer within 6 inches of the Great Possessed. So that is 5 at -2.
5 ups then.
That wasn't bad.
She takes 2 wounds, which I think puts her on 2 remaining.
Yes, it does. Bloody possessed. Why do I bring you? Well, she isn't dead. She did fight back and killed nothing. So that stalemate continues for yet another turn. She's doing alright. I don't think I'd do such a good job if I was meeting 3 possessed down a dark alley, but yeah. These possessed not very effective today. However, I've got objective 1. I've got objective 4, and I've got objective 3, which means I have supremacy. So let's go take a look at the objectives. Okay, well, no big game hunter, just couldn't get any guns on any big targets.
But I have started Defend Objective 1, and now we have Supremacy, scored D3 victory points. So, I need a good roll here. I'm losing 7-5 currently, so... There you go. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm now 1 point in the lead.
That's disappointing.
Alright, so here are the Sisters' objectives. Supremacy, very, very doable. Practically guaranteed, in fact. Secure Objective 6, also virtually guaranteed. And Hold the Line, which you're not going to be able to get this turn if you want to do these two, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, pretty good set of cards, really.
And here's how we look at the end of the Sisters' movement phase. The Seraphim have spread out so they can control Objective 5 and Objective 6.
Yes.
They can't shoot anything now, but
Just-
that's not what they're hit for, really, is it? So
If this gets me points, it's worth it.
exactly. D3 points as well, it's nothing to sniff at. So elsewhere, in the
So
meantime,
this sister's sort of still stayed behind near this objective. The decision was either to stay on the objective for Supremacy or to go back for Hold the Line. But Supremacy's D3, Hold the Line's 1, and I can always go back.
yeah, you can always get
again
Hold the
if
Line
there-
later.
if there's another turn.
Precisely.
These didn't move.
But the Rhino-
The Rhino has pot smoke,
Yes, it has.
so it'll be -1 to hit if you
Because
can shoot it with
in
anything.
my following turn, I'd quite like to shoot it with the Land Raider, so you're making that as difficult as possible for me.
Yes. And the Mistress of Repentance stepped out of combat in order to stand in the way and be annoying.
You shall not pass, Stumpy! Basically.
Yep.
So-
So we've got some shooting, not a lot.
Right.
Alright, starting the shooting phase. This squad of sisters are going to try and erase this greater
Start
possessed.
with this Superior's plasma pistol, not overcharged. Hits. Wounds.
Okay. 5 up demon save.
Nope.
No. He's had it.
Boop.
Finally.
Alright, now this exorcist
He's going to be targeting poor old Stumpy. How
Poor old
could you? He's the goodest boy that isn't loyal.
4 shots. Hit on 5s and 6s because we're degraded massively. Okay, that's 3 hits.
That's ridiculous.
Strength 8, so 3's to wound. That's 2 wounds. -4. So
2 demon saves. X1.
Okay, D6. 3 wounds.
Alright. Alright, that could have been devastating, but wasn't. And that pretty much concludes your turn, doesn't it?
Yes, haven't got much left.
So, on to the objective rolls, basically.
Yep.
So, D3 points for Supremacy. Because you got those 3.
1.
1.
That's disappointing.
Oh dear.
Yes, but I have also got objective 6. So
2
got
points
2
for you this
points,
turn.
which is nice.
So that brings us up to...
That's a good question.
So 10 to you, 8 to me,
Mm.
basically. It's really close. It's really close.
It's really close.
Alright, wow. Alright, Wordbearer's turn 5. Let's go.
Well, these are the objectives for the Word Bearers. Defend Objective 1, as before. Big Game Hunter, as before. I drew Domination. Yeah, great. Score D3 plus 3 victory points if you control every objective marker on the
Defend
battlefield.
objective 1. You've now defended it, haven't you?
It's
Because it was started at the end of your turn.
At the end of 2 consecutive turns.
Yeah.
And... Oh yeah, you're right.
So that puts us
It's,
currently.
it's turns, not
10
battle
each.
rounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. So it's 10 all.
And you've got to draw another
That
card.
goes, and I draw another one.
Priority orders received is what I got. Basically, I draw another tactical objective, and only my warlord can achieve it. I do get a bucket of victory points if they do, though. So I picked one at random. I've left it face down. I don't know what it is, so let's find out. Hiya! Secure objective 3.
Where's that? That's where Stompy
There.
is. Right there.
You might not get it this turn, but if there's another turn, I think you're on it.
Yes, okay. Well then, that's interesting. Okay, better get on to the movement phase. Alright, at the end of the Wordbearer's turn 5 movement phase, the following has happened. Land Raiders moved up here to get shots on that Rhino. Telezra's moved back a little bit to get out of the way. He's been joined by his possessed. Could have sent them screaming around the corner towards those sisters, but I'd just be throwing away possessed that could potentially help me get an objective or something later. So, because they're kind of fast, actually, possessed. Not like jetpack fast, but they're pretty fast. These Chaos Marines had nothing to shoot at, so I've hopped them down here and advanced them. Korvarik is legging it as fast as he possibly can in this direction, so he could potentially try and grab 3 if the game goes on another turn. And these 2 Psykers have moved over in this direction, and that's about it, really. So, yeah, Psychic phase. Per Psychic phase, the Master of Possession. First thing he's going to do is cast the thing. What's it called? Cursed Earth. That's the one, yeah. He's a 7. He does get that. So Stompy has a 4-up save now. And the only other thing he can really do is well, actually, he can do the reroll ones and ones to hit and wound things. So we'll give that a go as well. That's a 6 needed for that, which we do get. So Stompy's now rerolling ones to wound and to hit. Lachesis is going to put prescience on that there Land Raider on a 7.
Oh, that's big.
That's really not good at all. That's really bad.
It's big, people.
It's really big and bad. Gosh, okay, well, just for that, I'm going to smite her. Actually, that's... Yeah. I think his axe can see her.
I mean, yeah. If you smite from the axe, go for it.
Whatever. Yeah. Super smite, I'm afraid.
Roll a 1, please. No, she's dead.
No, she's dead.
No
I
jam for you.
I should have left him over here to remove any doubt, but I only moved him over there because I wasn't really sure what else to do with him, really. I've had a lot of that this turn. I didn't know where to move these guys, so I just moved them into the middle so they can go anywhere they need to later. And same with the possessed, really. But, alright, so she's gotten rid of, which means Stompy's free to, just do whatever. He doesn't even need to squish this turn. Denied him his squish. But knowing Stompy, there's a good chance he might not have squished in spite of his best efforts, so I feel better about that. And, okay, let's try and shoot what we can shoot with, which is nothing, really, except for the Land Raider, so... Okay, so Land Raider, hitting on 5s because it is degraded and also because you popped smoke on the Rhino.
Correct.
If Prescience had gone off, I would have probably chosen to empty the Heavy Bolter into the Seraphim, but bugger it. Everything's going into the Rhino. See if I can try and get this. So, hitting on 5s with the last cannons.
I like it.
Rerolling this 1.
I still like it.
Bollocks. Sorry for swearing, but that's... Yeah.
You're not sorry.
No, I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry, really. Alright, so Heavy Bolters. Oh, of course you guys hit perfectly. That's fine. Reroll that 1. Oh yeah, there we go.
4 hits.
5, actually.
5 hits. That's all you need.
Wounding on 5s.
No.
Nah. No, I can't even reroll that 1.
None?
Nothing at all.
Excellent. Nothing.
Brilliant.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Right, folks, well that brings us to the end of turn 5. I got no charges to do, so this now brings us to a very important roll. The score currently stands at 10 apiece. So that means if the game ends on a roll of a 1 or a 2, it's a draw. We were just saying off camera. We like a good draw, like everybody wins in that scenario. It's kind of fun.
I mean, I'd prefer to win, I'll be honest.
I'm sure you would, so would I.
But the draw's pretty good too.
Draws are nice. So the player who went first rolls. So that's you, Dan. So on a 1 or a 2, the game ends and it's a draw. On a 3+, it goes on. It goes on.
Continues.
It's just about turn 6 coming up next. Oh, actually, before I do that, domination is going in the bin. Alright, here's the Sisters' objectives for turn 6. Hold the line. Pretty much guaranteed. Unfortunately, he also got psychological warfare, which against word bearers with very small units left alive like I've got is virtually impossible.
I think I might go a bit further than virtually.
Yeah, technically impossible. And secure objective 3, which, lest you forget, that's the one that Stompy is currently sat on.
Currently covered in jam.
Yes.
I don't want any of that.
Yeah. So
It's a sticky, horrible objective.
it's going
Stay away
it's
from
going to be a short turn, but let's go take a look at it anyway. And that's the movement done. Sisters have fallen back into their own deployment zone for hold the line, and the Seraphim have shot on down here after advancing, getting a big advance roll with 5, into my deployment zone for line breaker potentially at the end of this round. So, then that's your turn.
Yeah, well, I've got some bit of shooting, token shooting.
Oh, have you? Oh, good.
The Exorcist is going to fire at Stompy again.
Oh, of course, right, yeah. Now he's got a 4-up invulnerable save now.
Doesn't matter because I'm going to kill it with 2 shots. That 1 hit, and it does in fact wound.
Alright then.
4-up invulnerable.
Lose one of my dice, thank you very much. Ugh. Okay, Stompy, troll him like you've trolled all of the others before them. No.
D6.
For 2.
2.
He
Down to 8.
is down to 8. Yeah, the sisters then opened fire. They plinked off another wound from him. He's on 7 left. We'll go up to 8 in my turn. And that's the end of the sisters' turn. So, objectives.
It's just as the great Toto once sung, hold the line, love isn't always on time.
Okay, so that gets you a point.
1 point. And I'm going to bin one of the others. It doesn't really matter which one, that one.
Okay, so that gives you 11 to my 10.
Correct.
Ooh, okay. Right. Word bearers turn 6 now coming up, and I've got a plan. Alright, so these are my objectives. I drew secure objective 6. Never gonna happen. Forget about it. Forget about it. I may, depending on my advance roll, be able to get secure objective 3 priority orders received. If I do, the game might be pretty much mine, I think. And there's Big Game Hunter, so basically the Land Raider is going to try again, basically, and see if we can take out that Rhino. Well, that's the movement phase for the Word Bearers. Turn 6 out of the way. Land Raider stayed put. These Marines have advanced around there. Talezra standing behind the Land Raider. Lachesis has hopped up on this rock here because if he can get up there, which he did with an advance roll, he can actually smite that Rhino over there, which is not bad. Master of Possession's moved up here. He can't do anything though, so he's not going to be casting any psychic powers. And Stompy is stomped in that general direction, as he tends to do. Now, the important thing here is Corvaric getting his advance roll onto this objective, and we've measured it, and really, the result is entirely academic, because even with a 1, he would have gotten within 3 inches of it. So, I'll advance his Dark Disciples as well, why not? There you go, 1. But still not close enough to give him a prayer. Incidentally, as far as prayers go, I think I forgot to mention it, but this battle round, he didn't pray successfully because his what do you call them? So we were too far away.
They're too busy running.
Yeah, so I rolled 2 on the prayer roll, and no prayer for him. So anyway, he's got that now, and I'll shoot and smite some stuff, but this might be over, I think, now. So unless you draw an absolutely amazing objective next turn.
If there is a next turn.
If there is a next turn, indeed, yeah. So we'll start with Lachesis smiting the Rhino. Which... okay, super smite then it is. Alright, D6, 4.
Right, it's got 2 wounds left.
2 wounds left. Because it has healed itself.
Yeah, it's fixed a wound.
Everyone forgets that rhinos can actually heal themselves on a 6. At the start of the turn. I certainly forget it all the time, but Dan didn't. Okay.
For once.
And prescience. If he's close enough to the Land Raider, I'll certainly prescience it. Okay, he is just in range to prescience the Land Raider, so 4, 5, 6. That's not going to do it. So no prescience again this turn. Master Possession has no powers he can cast right now that are of any use. He's out of range to smite, and he's out of range to help Stompy with any of his abilities. So that's the psychic phase done. Meanwhile, over here, let's start shooting. And I'm going to start with the Land Raider again, attempting to take some shots at the Rhino, hitting on 4s.
No smoke this turn. Rerolling ones, because the Chaos Lord. Okay. So, 3 hits this time. Wounds on 3s. 2 wounds.
6s. No.
Okay.
That's all it had.
2d6.
And it blows up.
Oh, it does explode as well. Very good. Insult to injury. I do apologise. And 3 sisters are killed in the explosion. It's all fallen apart really at the final act here. It's a bit tragic, really, isn't it? Well, that's all the shooting because these Chaos Marines advanced and probably can't see anything anyway. So that comes to the end of my turn. Let's go look at the objectives. Alright, Big Game Hunter achieved. And Priority Orders Received achieved. That's... You get 1 point for the objective itself. And then, reading the fine print, you get 3 additional victory points for this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points I scored this turn. That's 15?
15, yeah.
Yes.
Yikes.
So,
To my 11, I believe.
15, 11 in the word bearer's favour. And now it's my turn to roll.
All to do if there's another turn, but is there another turn?
What do we actually have to roll for this one?
4 up for the game to continue.
Okay, well, here we go. It continues.
Game on.
Well, here it is. Here's the objectives for the sisters in turn 7. We're on turn 7, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. Still got secure 3, unfortunately not very doable at all. And you drew defend 4 and defend 6 as well. Now these theoretically are achievable, but, well actually, yes, because you'll score them at the end of my turn coming up, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've still got them.
They're theoretically doable, but you'll need to kill a few things to kind of ensure that I can't get you off those objectives in my turn, basically. Like Stompy, for example, since he's about 5 inches away from objective 4 right now. So, interesting. Let's see what happens. Alright, it's the end of turn 7 movement phase for the sisters, and this is what's happened. More formation flying over here from the ladies.
Yeah, so they are now defending objective 6 and also have 1 model within your deployment zone for
Yeah.
line breaker.
So the defending 6 and simultaneously line breaking. I love it.
They're doing a lot of work flying backwards and forwards in line.
Considering how little they've actually killed in this game, the number of actual victory points they've gotten you has been insane,
Yeah.
so well done them.
MVPs.
And over here, this squad of sisters has moved and advanced.
Yes, they had to advance to get onto the objective, which
Yes.
they're going to defend with their lives.
So no shooting from them. The only shooting, in fact, you have this turn is the
Still
Exorcist.
1 wound left, Exorcist. Shooting Stompy
Alright then.
with 3 shots,
Okay.
that none of which
Oh
hit.
my god, that's just cruel.
Oh dear.
Emperor. I know I'm like a heretic and stuff, but give him a chance. Come on, man.
Why you no protect?
Alright, so, okay.
Word bearers turn 7.
When Bears turned 7 indeed, so you scored nothing
Not yet.
other than potentially Linebreaker.
Yes.
So,
I've got line breaker lined up and 2 defend objectives lined up.
yes.
So we'll see what happens.
Okie doke. When Bears turn 7. Well, here are my objectives. I've got defend objective 2, which isn't going to happen. Defend objective 4, which isn't going to happen. And that leaves me with mission critical objective, which means I have to roll the dice, and I score 1 victory point if I control the corresponding objective marker, and D3 if the opponent scored it, was holding it, I think. So, it really is a mission critical objective, because it's like the last objective I can score. So, let's see. It's objective 4.
That one
Which is this one?
that I'm trying to defend.
That's very interesting. It clearly is the mission critical objective for both of us, really.
This might just decide this game. This
Okay.
little bit here.
Stompy, if ever I've needed you to perform, it's today. Alright, well, let's go do the movement and everything. Word Bearer's turn 7 movement phase is completed. Talazar and these Chaos Marines have moved around here to take some shots at the Seraphim. Land Raiders stayed put. Possessed have moved their 7 inches up here, and Lachesis and the Master of Possession and Corvaric have all moved up here to try and maybe get some charges into those sisters. And Stompy is, well, you know, about to stomp. So, that's what's happening. Psychic phase to start with. And both the Master of Possession and Lachesis will be smiting away. And what's going to happen is... I'm going to start with Lachesis, and he's going to do Prescience on Stompy.
Okay.
Hopefully. Use 7.
That's
That's perils. Oh, sugar. Alright. I might be about to die.
Yep.
Yeah. You got a really bad headache from that. Okay.
That means he explodes.
He does explode. So 3 wounds on the Master of Possession and 3 wounds on Corvaric as well.
And
Yikes.
the Nurglings.
Oh yeah, and the little guys too.
Oh.
Right, so one of them goes.
Probably possessed as well, but I don't know if it makes any difference.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. 2. So one of the possessed dies. I'll get rid of the wing guy because he's really annoying. Okay, that was nasty.
That was good. 1 less smite as well.
Yeah. Alright, speaking of smites though. Master of Possession is now going to try and smite the sisters.
Rolls.
No,
Let's
it
go.
does
Oh.
go off.
Yeah, it does go off.
Yeah. And
Disappointed. 1 wound. 3. Oh,
3.
that's bad.
For a minute there, the Emperor was protecting you big time, but and then he'll do Cursed Earth because if he gets his charge off, he'll be able to protect. Actually, it hardly matters, does it? It's the last bloody turd. Whatever,
Right.
just for fun. It doesn't
Yep.
go off anyway.
Okay. Well, you didn't go up, so that's...
No, good. Right, shooting.
That would have been interesting if you blew up and killed your warlord.
Would have been very funny, actually.
That would make sense.
All right, well,
Shooting.
shooting. These two have bolt pistols hitting on 3s. They both hit. One of them wounds.
Nope.
Another sister bites the dust.
Bad. Bad times.
And over here, these Chaos Marines. All these Chaos Marines failed to kill any Seraphim. Talosra also failed to kill any Seraphim, even with his melter. This Land Raider then opened fire with everything into the sisters through here and killed all but one of them. Fired 4 las cannons at her, and they all failed. Maybe the Emperor's hand at work here. I don't know. He's been so bloody inconsistent in this map battle so far. It's difficult to say.
The Emperor protects sometimes.
So yeah, the Emperor protects with an asterisk. You know. Terms and conditions apply. So that leaves 1 Sister Superior, right?
Yes.
For Stompy to get his teeth into. So we're going to go straight into the charge phase. He is, surprise, surprise,
Yep.
in.
Let's overwatch with a plasma pistol.
Indeed.
Don't overcharge. Missed.
Okay. This Master of Possession will make an attempt. An attempt was made. It was not enough. These Possessed will make an attempt. 7 inches. I don't think that's enough, personally. You want to check?
No.
Yeah, no. Okay.
You needed 8.
And Corvaric probably needs something absolutely ridiculous.
That's quite
He
high.
kind of got something ridiculous there.
I think he can make it in.
Okay then.
There you go.
Right.
1 wound.
With his 1 wound remaining, yeah. He might get. Well, no, there isn't another turn. If there was another turn, he'd get Exorcist, and that would be really funny.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to jump straight into the fight phase. Corvaric will probably insist on fighting first because he's just like that. He has 3 attacks. He hits on 2s. No re-rolling though. So 1 hit. It's wounds on a 3, I think. Is it strength +2? Yeah.
It's definitely a wound.
It's definitely a wound.
Minus
-2.
5 up then. It's a 6. She's still alive.
Alright, well. Stompy, Milado. Okay.
What you got, Stompy? All down to you now.
Hitting on 4s.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, well, he gets 2 hits with his big fists. Winning on 2s. Okay. So Lasher Tendrils then.
You need to whiff big time.
He's good at it, so you never know. Hitting on 4s.
2.
2 hits.
2s.
Yeah, it will be. 2's to wound. 2 wounds. -2.
Oh, 5 ups.
Ah! No!
She falls.
Finally gets hit by one of those lasher tendrils and goes down.
Ah. Just exactly one wound.
So end of
Just
the
enough.
turn. So end of the game.
Right.
So at the end of the game, the sisters did get defend objective 6. Didn't get defend objective 4 though, which now brings you up to...
It's 14 points including line breaker.
Yes. 14 points including line breaker. Meanwhile, however, the word bearers did get the mission critical objective. And it was D3 points because it was previously held by the enemy. I rolled a 3, which means 2 on a D3. So that brings me up to 17 points. Wait. Yep, 17 points. I had a brain fart there. Which means the word bearers have won it by a margin of 3 points. The end, bottom of turn 7.
And it came down to that last combat there.
It did. If she had survived, game changer.
If she had survived and not failed morale, I would have got defend objective 4, and you wouldn't have got secure objective or whatever it was.
Yep.
And that would have made me win.
Yep.
That's
So it came down to the survival of a single model in the end.
I mean, she had no right to survive all that, but she nearly did.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, there it is, folks.
Heroic stuff.
My brain's mostly melted out of my ears at this point. I'm trying to close this off with some decent commentary, and it's not coming to me. Hell of a game though. That was really, really close, and that's kind of the type of 40k you want to play at the end of the day. Dan,
I can breathe now.
I would give you a nice sweaty handshake if I could reach over there, but
Handshake.
thank you awfully for coming down and bringing the sisters and everything.
Sure.
That
yes.
was an incredible game and an awesome matchup as well. Sisters versus word bearers, perfect.
I hope I have in some way done my wife proud and not brought disgrace upon them.
I think they did pretty damn good, especially that Canada's. She was unkillable for quite a while, and the
Until you killed her.
and the mistress. What's her face?
Yeah.
She survived for how many turns against a bunch of possessed marines? Yeah, not bad stuff. I was quite impressed with the sisters actually as well. I think they're a really interesting army. I think, like you've said a few times off camera, they're probably going to get some big improvements when the full codex comes with all the models, and I look forward to that happening because I think they do need a bit of a boost right now. Their acts of faith are interesting, but they're just not quite good enough yet, I feel personally.
They're too inconsistent for the power they give you.
Yeah.
Not as the case may be. Well, I tried to do the passion 3 times and didn't get off any of them, didn't I?
Yeah, basically.
So,
Because you need a 5+, don't you? And you can only do it once as well for that turn. You can't try it repeatedly with different units in the fight phase either. So,
but hey ho.
yeah, the Chaos are doing good with their new bits and bobs, the new Dark Apostles, the new Master of Possession, and what have you. The Great Possessed, all those little bits that have been added since Shadow Spear came out have done wonders for the word bearers, because these guys used to just lose every damn game they played prior to that coming out, and now they're doing all right for themselves. But nevertheless, it was a close game. Nearly lost it on a few occasions there, and yeah, that was pretty great. That was pretty great stuff. So I don't have anything else to say other than this battle map is from urbanmats.com. The terrain here is from gamemat.eu, along with these big rocks. The little rocks and the trees are from someone someone based in France who I can't remember the name of. I will try and put them in the description or in the credits to the video. Apologies for that. But yeah, alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that. We certainly did. Have a good one, and we'll catch you next time.